gotta hit him with the straight stink meaner. You know what I mean? Straight stanky face, because you know what we talking about. Because you know when we get up onto the booth, when we get to our microphones, we gotta spit some real shit. Because what? Because where are we?
Wherever we want, baby.
Oh. Yeah, first of all, let's get that out the way.
That's where we is.
But second of all, we are back on the podcast. Welcome back, everyone, to the great Whatever We Want discussion. TGWWWD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you already know who the fuck it is. Mr. 24 Hours Ahead, Father Time Who Can't Rhyme, Big the Fat, Young Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Bruh, y'all ain't hearing me. Because without me, y'all ain't shit. You can't play shit. I'm the emulator. And y'all some ROMs. Stop playing with me, alright? You hear what I'm saying?
Bar and a half. You better stop, bruh. Save that for the booth.
You know what I'm fucking saying. But, I'm also the COO, Chief Operating Officer. I'm the TOO, Token Operating Officer. The OGOO.
Okay.
Do I need to explain myself further?
No,
you know what I'm saying? But I ain't alone. As always, we've got the boy, the Toho homie, Couch. Introduce yourself.
You are already aware of who the fuck it is. It is your boy, the Jew with the goo, Mr. Penny Nickel Dime. I got all kinds. Which one you want? I got mine.
Todd doing like that.
I had to steal it.
Because it's yours.
Nah, don't say that. Of course. The co-founder of the podcast and also co-founder of a little something that we in the industry business like to call a young Richard Productions.
Richard.
But today's a bit of a special episode.
Oh.
Yes, as the audio listeners have no fucking clue.
That's true.
Besides the potential title, YouTube may have gotten a hint. We have a special guest on our hands today. We have a PsycheNoLove.
What's good, y'all?
Melty player.
Nah, not no more. Not no more.
That's all you, bro.
That's all you. Long time friend of the show.
Long time friend. Been watching for, I think I've been watching since it's 15.
Yeah, that's crazy business.
Yeah, but yes,
crazy.
I'm PsycheNoLove. A lot of people just call me Psych. Some people say Psyche with the E at the end. I'm fine with that.
But you're not on that anime shit.
You better tell them to stop it.
Nah, what's even worse is that some people, PsycheNoLove, it's a long name. I don't expect no one to say all of it, but some people have abbreviated it to PNL.
That's insane. That's wrong.
That is awful.
That sounds like an ingredient that shouldn't be in your foods. Hey, don't get those new Cheetos, bro. They got PNL in them.
That's the shit they be putting in Delta 8 cars.
Yeah, that shit.
You hear about that shit? Bro, it's got Red 40 and PNL, bro. Stay clear. You know what I'm saying? But shit. We got all our links in the description below. Go check out Psych. We'll have his Twitter up there and whatever else he wants. But y'all will know where to find us in the description. So
yes, sir.
Check us out. Sometimes we be doing things.
I don't be doing shit.
I at least be tweeting. I'll say that. So
I'll be like sitting at work thinking of like, oh yeah, this tweet's gonna be fire, and then I don't tweet it because I know I'm just like the only person that's gonna respond is the fucking Tamarrow judging my ass.
As I should. As I fucking should. Alright?
Bro, always hating on my tweets. My shit's is bangers.
They are universally awful.
Ain't nothing been as good as Melty Brap tight labia, let's be honest.
That's true. That's true. Generational.
And you was hating on it too.
You know, sometimes they hate because you speak the truth. I think we can all attest to that. I think we can.
They hate us because they. Need I say more?
No, you don't. Finish the bar. But you know, let's get straight into it. Fuck, have you been up to, Couch? Let's start off with white boy number one in the room.
You love to see it.
You know what they say? White goes first. Rule of chess, baby.
That's right. I've been surprisingly playing games outside of Dota.
That's gross as shit.
Yeah, I'm playing a little bit of Rabbit and Steel, which is like a multiplayer bullet hell. I guess since last time we recorded, Hades 2 dropped, so I played a little bit of that.
That's true.
I don't fuck with it as much as the first one. It's cool, but Psych and I now and again have been playing some Uni 2. I caught Brown Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I seen you play that.
Yeah, that shit is tough. It, like, straight up, bro. I'll just, like, spark up after work, and then I'll just, like, I'm at the mall right now.
Hell yeah.
So I'll just, like, fucking just be doing tricks on the rails and shit like that. Not even playing the game.
That
Literally.
soundtrack's crazy.
Yeah, the soundtrack is so damn good. It is, like, ridiculous. The condensed milk shit, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Ducky. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, that shit is hot. I've been playing a little bit of Vermintide 2, which I might have talked about before.
Maybe a smidge.
But it's basically like Left 4 Dead with rats. And there's like actual like character, like item progression and shit like that. And then playing some Fallout 4. It's fun. I fuck with it. I think honestly so far I've been enjoying it more than New Vegas.
That's crazy.
New Vegas is cool, but it's like it does what it wants to do, and it's like very depressing, but also like it's ugly.
I guess it makes sense for you. You're not really a story based player, so
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily appeal to you like that.
Yeah, like I don't really give a fuck about story in video games. Care about the meat, I suppose. Pressing buttons and
Editor, add a wet slapping meat sound effect when he said that.
Yeah, grab a Johnny Test MP3, please.
Please don't.
So, but yeah, I've been doing that. I've been enjoying it, and the last thing in terms of games, shout out to Erdtree drop. I've been playing that. It is fun as hell.
Yeah.
Whole ass new area, fucking crazy new like weapons and shit. The bosses are insane, and it's like so much more difficult than the main game.
Is that the Elden Ring DLC?
It is. So I've been playing that. In terms of shows, I have been watching a little.
What does bro think he doing, Mr. Media Consumer over here?
Yeah. So Psych and I, we watched the first 5 episodes, I think, of Blood Blockade.
Oh yeah.
God damn.
I've never seen
we
this
watched
prior to that, so like watching it now, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think you and I might have watched the first season.
All the
I think like I think most of it. I don't remember if we finished it or not, but I'm pretty sure we watched a good portion of it.
I definitely have watched it already, so yeah.
Yeah, so did that, and then the Demon DDD Destruction is coming out this season. Second, I watched the first episode. I watched the second episode as well on my own time. I've been letting it stack up so I can consume it in whole. It's an Inio Asano book that got adapted into a show. Banger OST. I love the book. Animations is clean with it. In terms of reading, you know what time it is. I've been reading too. I've been reading.
God damn, bitch.
Yeah. So
Look out, white boy reading. Bro needs to get that bumper sticker on the back of his car. Honk if you
the
love
voice of reading.
Honk if you love a white boy reading.
That go fire on a t-shirt.
Don't tempt me, bro. You know it's that season.
You're not even wrong. But I read about 200 chapters of Yosakura Family.
Oh! Are you caught up?
Nah, I'm like 20 chapters behind, 24, something like that.
It's pretty good.
We talked about it before. I've been like kind of slowing down on reading it since I don't care for the twins.
Yeah.
Stuff that much. I feel very conflicted when books do that, where they kind of like almost swap the main characters. Or at least that's how it seems so far. On a similar note, Chainsaw Man, I'm completely caught up with that. I wasn't expecting to like the second part that much, but I like it. It's not as good as the first part, in my opinion. Just because I like it's a really good art style, but I like how ugly it can get, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the first season is just like much more like ugly and gritty, whereas the second season it still like gets that, but it's more of like more like dialogue driven for a good portion of it, or
right.
like it's more heavy on like what they're saying than what they're doing. So I did that. I caught up with Chojin X, which if y'all have not heard about it, it is made by the same person as Tokyo Ghoul. It is pretty fucking sick. It's I guess to overly simplify an explanation, it's people turn into different like I'm trying to think of what it's similar to. I would say it's like in a sense similar to Chainsaw Man, with like the whole like the devil system and like them turning into the specific like thing. Like you have the chainsaw devil, you have the gun devil, whatever. In Chojin X you have like the main character that can turn into like a crow. You have like a random enemy that is like a cardboard box man that can like stick people in boxes and make it so that they can't move. One of the other guys is kind of like ambiguous as to what it is. And so he has to kind of like decide what the form is himself, so that it like he like gets the full form version of it. Okay. Yeah, like a snake person, whatever. And it's kind of like a battle between like two different oracles, and like what they foresee the future to be, whereas one sees it as like complete wasteland destruction, the other one doesn't, and so it's kind of like about like the two sides fighting. It's really fucking sick. I fuck with it a lot. There ain't been like a whole lot that's like really good though, unfortunately. I guess I've been I like just started, as of like last week, started back up reading One Piece.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at the lobby, the prison.
NES lobby.
Yep, I always forget the fucking name. I'm at the lobby. Just got to the part where Goofy.
I'm gonna save you.
I just got to the part where Luffy got Gear 2.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
I was like,
yeah, hype.
It's cool, but also it's just like, bro, like just now realizing you could have done this, or like, what's the deal? Because at least so far, it ain't explained shit.
I see. I think the anime goes hard. I don't know how they do it in the manga, but hearing that, yeah, secondo, you're like, oh, okay. Bro's got his own little power up finally.
Yeah, but it's been cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not my favorite, but it's cool. I don't mind reading it.
For real, for real.
Uh, shit. Outside of that, Mysterious Encounters in My Neighborhood.
Loves manga with mysterious in the name.
It's
Can't
a
help
horror
myself.
manga about a guy that, through circumstances, gained the ability to slip in between like the spirit world and like the real world, and so it's kind of like he's like working with another dude that like analyzes and like almost like collects spirits, so he's kind of like working with that guy. There was I caught up on Full Night. Full Night is really good. It is like so fucking sick actually. And the last one I will say is Kaika Apartment. It's only got 6 chapters out right now, but it's about a dude that writes a novel under his like mentor's name, moving into an apartment full of like eccentrics.
I got you.
Really interesting. It's like kind of like a new mystery every chapter sort of deal. So I've been digging that. But outside of that, just been going to work, coming home, smoking and playing video games. Ain't nothing new.
That's crazy business. Glad you finally have
And,
wisened up to that Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it is like just a tight as hell game. It like because I love the Tony Hawk games. I had it on the N64, I had it on the PlayStation, all that bullshit. And it feels like exactly the same. And that's not a bad thing by any means. It has its like own shit going on, but like control wise, very similar.
Do either of you think that the like gameplay gets like repetitive at all? Because I knew it was cool and I wanted to pick it up, and I probably still will after watching Couch played like the beginning portion of the game. But that was the only thing, kind of like I don't know if I'm gonna stick with this game like the whole way through. So what do y'all think about
I
that?
mean, to a certain extent, sure, but I don't care.
Yeah,
It's repetitive, but it's fun.
It
I
doesn't
see, I
bother
see.
you.
Yeah.
You just
You know,
doing
it's-
tricks, chilling.
At the end of the day, I'd say most games are repetitive. At least to a certain extent, where it sticks to, as games have to, it sticks to a certain set of like rules and standards that it follows by. So fucking
Mechanics.
Skyrim. Talk to guy, go there, fight some bandits, or like fight a Draugr or some shit like that, and then go back after you found the special item that he wanted. It's as does every other game, it sticks to a formula.
Sorry, my brain did a little silly thing.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm not going to.
No, go ahead.
It's really.
You got to now. You got to.
We don't play like that. We don't play like that. You can't go. I just thought of something silly and then not say what you thought, bro.
That's not even annoying for real. Who cares?
Dead ass, bro. I'm gonna run this shit solo. You get on my nerves.
Yeah, okay, bro. Who got the passwords?
Wait, me. You gave it to me, bro.
Shit. All right, guess whose account's keeping the podcast running? That's right. That's what I thought. Bro better have a
Who said all that? Who said all that?
Listen, bruh. I just think Skyrim's fucking stupid sometimes. Cause you just have like, what the fuck is a Draugr? That's just a zombie.
Cause like a Draugr is like an actual like folklore type shit. I'm pretty sure. from
Yeah.
like the Nords.
Yeah, maybe they should have come up with better folklore.
I ain't seen no chupacabras in Skyrim. I ain't
Like
seen no Bigfoot.
exactly. I mean,
Y'all know how I feel about Bigfoot.
bro feels everything about Bigfoot.
I do. Look for Bigfoot, I'ma fuck on him too. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. We've been
Oh,
there.
matter of fact, I didn't even mention it. YRP been kind of like dropping a little bit of
They have.
recently. YRP has been dropping a little bit of recently.
A little bit of yeah.
So we of course have our 3-person first introduction of Psych onto the YRP catalog as the residential kibble bands.
Yep.
Shit is of course hot as it is supposed to be.
Yeah, we dropped it like it's hot. What are you gonna do about it?
We got a Frost Observer.
Mm-hmm.
Banger. We got Symphony of the Goo.
Yep. Hard as hell.
We got Studio Spectre.
Yeah.
And we got Airship Supervisor. So to say YRP has been putting in some work this year is an understatement. And, we may or may not have something cooking up in the stew. We just gotta, put the words to the track.
Damn. I didn't even know about that. Now I'm supposedly working on it.
It's that one beat that Psych sent, and we was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a little bit to it. I don't have.
Bro ain't right shit. I can say bro ain't right shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh right, that beat.
Listen, dog. There's a lot going on in my brain as of recent. All right.
Okay.
Let's just get into it. I'm currently in the middle of a 6-week semester with 3 classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I am getting absolutely cooketh. I have about 5 assignments due Sunday, probably 7 actually. So I have to go and do that by tomorrow.
Brazy.
And yeah, so that's literally 95% of my time. Even if I'm like playing Snap, I'm thinking about my assignments.
It should be the other way around.
It really should. I wish it could, because half of this shit is reading, so I can't really, there's nothing to tune out type shit, and it's fucking me up. But besides getting cooked by school, as usual, the vibes. What have I been getting into? Well, shopping. So, I think we should talk about Marvel Rivals, because we did get to play that. John.
Oh, yeah, I guess that was in between.
It really was. It really was. So we played Marvel Rivals, got into the closed alpha, most of us, I think, and then we got all our friends in by playing the game more, so everyone was able to get in by the end of that closed alpha. What did you think of Marvel Rivals?
It was cool. I think all of the characters feel good to play, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I think none of the characters really clicked for me that much. So I was just kind of swapping between all the characters while I was playing, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't have that Overwatch Lucio for me, if that makes sense.
Got you. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say overall, regardless of whether or not you really like any of the characters, it's still fun.
Yeah, and as I didn't play the game, but as someone that just watches streams a lot, watching you, Kelso, everyone just play that game, it looks fun to watch for me. I definitely just had as much fun watching you guys play as you guys playing yourselves. So I think that alone already says a lot about how that game will turn out, or esports, stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, the hero shooter Marvel game is obvious, but I'm really happy that it's plays as good as it does already in that state.
Yeah.
It just feels like a faster Overwatch. People die quicker. Supers are more bullshit.
Much more bullshit.
It might be the first Kusoge hero shooter.
You will just die to random bullshit half the time.
I did find my character in Loki, surprisingly, support, but he can rack up kills, honestly, if he wants. If he's got good team backup and all that. And yeah, just playing with like Kelso and Maj and all that really was like a lot of fun. And we always managed to find like pretty quickly like a 3-man cell of DPS hero tank. DPS support and tank, I should say. That just kind of can function on its own with randoms, you know?
Yeah, ignoring the randoms, yeah.
So we can focus on actually putting in the work ourselves no matter what's going on, basically. You know, of course, sometimes it doesn't work when our teammates are especially shitty. And I think the game modes being capture the point and like payload definitely makes you have to switch up kind of like which heroes work on which maps, because there's definitely some that are slower that you don't want to be stuck in the air with, because a lot of the characters in this game can just fly, because why couldn't they, you know? So, but overall I really had fun with it, and I can't wait for the beta when it drops, which I think is pretty soon, like this month or next month, I'm pretty sure. And they're adding.
I'm interested to see what they change.
And they're gonna add Venom and Adam Warlock. I don't know if you saw the trailer. So the team up abilities also are really cool. So like Venom's gonna have team up abilities with Spider-Man and Penny, and then Adam Warlock will have team up abilities with Mantis and Star-Lord, where they can revive early, kind of like Hela and Loki can. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I suppose for the people that have not seen the game, as opposed to Overwatch, Marvel Rivals has a team-up mechanic where when certain characters are on the same team, just off the top of my head, Groot and Rocket, they get a special synergy. So, like, if you have the Groot out on the tank and Rocket as the healer, Rocket can get on top of Groot, which none of the other characters can do, and then Rocket gets like reduced damage taken and shit, and you can just like ride around and not have to worry about walking and shit. It's a really like interesting mechanic.
Yeah, it's really cool how like not everyone had it in the beta, but it's pretty clear that when the game releases, every character will have some team up synergy with another character. So we'll see what the meta shakes out as. You gotta use the Hela Loki team up. That seemed pretty potent, honestly, like when we were playing, because basically how it works is if Loki's dead and still in the respawn countdown and Hela gets a kill, he respawns.
Oh yeah, that one.
He gets revived at his place where he died without having to go back to the spawn point. So that's pretty potent, I'm not gonna lie. And some other characters are just like, what is bro doing? Namor?
Yeah.
Namor? What is bro doing?
Who's fucking with Namor? Let's be honest.
Namor is a cool character, but he is not doing shit in that game. I'm gonna be real.
It just felt like a worse Ella.
Yeah, exactly. So some of the characters definitely could use tweaking, but shit, I'm gonna be tweaking off that game. Fuck you talking about?
I'm tweaking my shit. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, I'm tweaking it. Let's just say my peanuts.
Okay.
You feel me?
So
yeah, that was
Fuck else you been doing, bro? Fuck else you been doing?
Damn, let me get to it.
Nah!
Bro yelling and shit. You better calm the fuck down.
Okay.
They have it. Submissive couch.
Don't do that. Don't say that. You're being extra right now.
Alright, let's see. Let's talk about a little bit about the game of the year, dropping October 11th. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Budokai Tenkaichi 4, everyone. That's literally all you need to know. They released a lot of gameplay like last week. Last week was like not E3 basically. Apparently there were 16 game shows.
Bunch of shit.
Too much. And I hate that E3 doesn't exist anymore to bring it all together into one like 10-hour show instead of 16 1-hour shows that nobody can keep track of. Impossible to see.
Was it Psych and I watched was it Summer Games Fest or something like that?
Yeah, it was like the Xbox.
We watched the trailers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
there was a couple good things there, but really, yeah, most of it was pretty.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch the Nintendo one, but I heard some. I heard about some of the good shit that's dropping.
There was some good shit.
Was it Mario and Luigi, and then new Metroid game?
Yeah, Metroid 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was this week, so yeah, some dope shit. But so Sparking Zero is everything you ever wanted out of a new Dragon Ball Arena Budokai Tenkaichi fighting game. Basically, it looks amazing. Looks like it plays great. There's really not much else to say, honestly. I think they confirmed, they're gonna go through all of Dragon Ball to Super and add GT, I believe. So yeah, that game's gonna make a drag $1 billion. You feel me?
Okay.
And it deserves it, to be honest. And it's a nice phenomenon to see people who don't know about the Budokai Tenkaichi series being like, is this game better than Storm? Is this game better than this other anime arena fighter? I'm like, dog, you don't understand. This is the anime arena fighter. Mm-hmm. It didn't exist before this, as we know it.
The OG.
It don't get better than this. And people complaining, why are there all these different forms of Goku? You better hop off my dog Goku mid before I beat your ass. I'm gonna smack your ass up with a meteor combination. You better chill out.
For as long as Dragon Ball has been in existence with the games and shit, there are more than one Gokus.
And still sometimes, like, I'll look in the comments of people posting, like, clips and shit for Sparking Zero. Be like, yeah, I'm glad this game has so much versatility. It made no sense why fighters didn't have these many characters in it. I'm like, oh, you're an anime nigga.
So y'all never played.
Yeah.
Y'all never played.
Y'all got the Smash Bros cuts. I see.
The cargo shorts and everything.
Just the non-understanding of what goes into making a actual fighting game character versus an arena fighter character. Always baffles me just a little bit. I don't know. That's just something interesting. I'm like, how do you not get it? But
it's just fucking different game. Like, they're both like fighting games, but they're different kinds of games.
It was like, I don't understand why Goku can't transform into Goku Blue in Fighters. I was like, all right, well, I'm a not say nothing, because if I say something, I'm gonna be the asshole. Shit, I ain't read it. You feel me?
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
I mean, you gotta think though. Most people, like, they don't know like anything about like how to do like a special move input or like, like a character's toolkit and everything like that. That's why like the arena fighters are so appealing, since it's just like press like down and then B and do your like combo.
I remember I was trying to get a friend to get into fighting games, and so I started him out with Central Fiction.
Yep.
Since that's my game, and he has not touched a fighting game before. I remember he was doing the my Natsume trials, and he could do quarter circle fine,
right?
After like 30 minutes of, trying to get used to it, which is expected. He got the double quarter circle and gave up. for her super, it was the double quarter circle drive or whatever the fuck. He said, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah.
So, like, the average person does does not know what goes into like making a 2D versus arena fighter.
Yeah, I agree with you. So that's why I just leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And then I'm gonna talk about a couple of the shows I've been watching. Honestly, not a ton, because school and shit. But been trying to catch up on a little bit of Abbott Elementary. I don't know if y'all heard about this sitcom.
I heard about it.
Nah, I haven't
I think
heard
I've
of
seen
it.
some clips on TikTok or something.
Yeah, it's a sitcom about teachers in an elementary school, and
Oh, does that have
Tyler James.
Chris?
Everybody hates Chris. Yes, it does.
Yeah. I have seen clips.
Yes, it does. Tyler James Williams, I believe. Mr. Three First Names. Yeah.
Bro is greedy.
No bullshit. Definition of greed right there. But yeah, he's in it. I don't know if there's any other. Vince Staples is in this show. So there's that.
Oh, really?
Yes. So is Zach Fox in the first season, like prominently.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool, and it's like takes place in Philly, I believe, and it's just a nice show to see. A modern like popular sitcom being like 90% black led. I just like seeing that shit, and you can really tell it's like the main protagonist or whatever of the sitcoms, like idea, Quinta Brunson. It was like her, basically her inception. She's the creator. You can really tell, like, yeah, she's a good writer, and you can tell, like, yeah, this is this is a black show.
I got you. Yeah.
Type shit. So yeah, that's nice to see. I like watching an episode or two every couple weeks, maybe, whenever I get the time. Sometimes I binge and I get like 5 episodes in. But yeah, so there's been that. There's a bunch of new seasons of stuff coming out. Had to hit that Bridgerton, you know me. Always about those romance fictions. What can I say? It works.
I'm weak as hell, bro. You know what I read. Like,
we know.
95% of what I read is romance.
We know, bro. But Bridgerton, yep, that's the shit. It's pretty good. This new season wasn't as good as the last two, mostly because of lack of melanin. But we ain't gonna say nothing. What else? In terms of anime, I got Go Go Loser Ranger. I've been watching with Kelso. That's the one about the evil Power Rangers and the grunt trying to destroy them. This is very interesting. It's fun. Kelso really likes it. As someone who's already read it, I'm like, it's interesting.
I'm pretty sure you talked about reading it on the podcast, like when that shit was first coming out.
Yeah, I did, because I really liked it. It's interesting seeing how it's being adapted. Pretty 1-to-1 from what I can remember, honestly. And I'm still reading the manga as it's being updated. So, yeah. Pretty good. I got bored when I was like, Kelso, watch this shit. Showed him the first episode of one Star Driver Tokto.
The banger!
I had to see his reaction.
That shit is heat.
Yeah.
That's how he
actually enjoyed that shit. So I was like, okay. Yeah. And then, of course, the talk of the town of this, what do you call this, media cycle? I don't like calling shit media. It's kind of annoying to me now. This TV show season, Smiling Friends. Great show. Love it as much as last season. And as much as, Oni plays and all that dumb shit. It's literally the same. It's cool to see it getting popularity, and then now it's not. The annoying people are going to take over.
Yeah. The virgins had their hands wrapped around the show.
Yep, they've got to it. So I give it, a couple months before you can't say you publicly like the show anymore. Possibly.
Yep.
Wait for a, McDonald's tie-in or something. You wait for the bongs to come out.
Yep. Get your Pim toys and your Happy Meals.
Yeah, get your Pim bong at Spencer's. That's when it's truly over.
The smiling friends rolling tray.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's that, basically. Something... I'm trying to think. No,
Matter of fact,
go ahead.
I know something that you ain't say that you've been watching.
Oh? Okay.
That number 8 pack.
Oh, yeah, Kaiju number 8, that's right. Mm-hmm. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Hey! Big Shonen.
Big Shonen.
That's if you like Big Shonen, it's good. I don't know what else to really say about it. You'll probably like it.
Yeah, no, I showed my friend who really only watches like action oriented like shonen anime, and he loves it right now. He said he wants to keep watching it, maybe even read the manga. So
wow.
Yeah, probably more of a testament that if you don't really watch anime like that, looking for a good popular show, it will probably do it for you.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Get those manga volumes up. Speaking of manga, but not. I haven't really got anything in terms of manga, really. Like, I just haven't really had the energy to read anything interesting except for Yozakura when it updates, and Amagami Family, or whatever it's called. That's the one with the 3 shrine maidens and the dude who wants to become a doctor and all that.
Oh, you know what? I'm probably like 100 chapters behind.
Grand Blue Dreaming, straight up the moves. Oh, there was a big chapter for Grand Blue Dreaming the other week. Big new moves for Grand Blue. I don't want to say what, shit went down.
I got some.
Shit went down.
Are we talking about some like relationships? Or
we talking lace. You know what?
So I have to read the damn.
You
book
gotta read. You gotta read the shits now.
I've been sitting on it. I've been waiting for a good time to read it. That sounds like the time.
Yeah, it is. It is in fact the time. Chapter 95, I believe. Yep. Some big news.
Okay.
So, yep. Besides that, I have been doing something new quite recently, and that is I am back into comic books. I'm collecting comic books, which I haven't really done since I was small, and even then I wasn't able to do it consistently because I was a child with no money. So I can now, and I've begun collecting a bunch of comics and a bunch of variants and all that. Primarily, I've been collecting the new Ultimate Universe from Marvel, which includes the new Ultimate Spider-Man comic series, the new Ultimate Black Panther comic series, Ultimate X-Men by Peach Momoko. She has incredible art. Just like go look up anything by Peach Momoko and you're just like, oh shit, this shit looks dope. And then the Ultimates, which just came out this month. Ultimates #1. So I've been collecting a bunch of that. Some miscellaneous, some Miles Morales comics, some Blood Hunt, this new vampire event at Marvel. Couple of DC things every now and then. DC isn't doing anything really interesting right now, to be completely honest. So there's not really anything I really want to get. The only thing worth getting right now would be the ongoing Batman Superman World's Finest by Mark Waid and Dan Mora, because of Dan Mora is like probably the best artist in the game right now, or one of the best. And it's just like a really fun like comic book series that isn't taking itself too seriously, but also has like some emotional core to it, and it's like kind of back to formula. for like Batman and Superman's relationship. Unlike fucking Batman versus Superman and all the shit we see in media nowadays. They're best friends in this, you know? And it really shows. Like, very early on, this was a year or two ago when it just started, they did like a fucking fusion dance with the Green Lantern ring.
That's tough.
And it was like one of the toughest things ever, and everyone was like, oh wait, what the fuck is this? This goes hard. So I got like a collection of that. Fantastic Four ongoing is pretty cool as well, but I haven't been really collecting that. I've mostly been focused on the Ultimate stuff and getting the variants as they come out. So, and they're really fun. If I like, literally all of them are, in my opinion, like worth reading. If you on certain websites, if you can't afford to buy comics yourself, because it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. I understand it ain't cheap, but yeah, I've just been enjoying kind of just collecting them, getting the variant covers, seeing new hauls. One of the comics, sometimes the comic covers I get are already worth way too much money. It's fucking foul. That's how you learn about incentive variants. Do you know what an incentive variant is, class? An incentive variant is a variant cover of a comic issue that releases that is only given to the store in ratios. So you might see a 1 to 25 incentive variant, a 1 to 50, a 1 to 100. And what that means is for every 100, say you get a 1 to 100, every 100 regular issues of that printing of that comic book, they will give you one incentive variant for the store, therefore driving up the price of that variant by exclusivity.
They got the shiny comics.
Yes, they literally do.
That's crazy.
So, I happened to cop one myself for Ultimates 100, or Ultimates number 1. I don't know. It's just like, you might as well pick it up. Why not? If you like variants.
What's the price difference between a normal and a variant?
When you buy them at the store, like during that release date, same price.
Okay.
Yeah. The rarity is what increases the price for resellers and scalpers and all that bullshit.
I got you. Yeah.
So like it's already worth, $100 or whatever the fuck. Go get it signed, probably like 200 or something like that. It's crazy shit. So yeah, I've kind of just been enjoying that. I am now currently broke.
Aren't we all, bro?
Hey, that's real shit. I also got some manga while I was at the comic book store. Let me just grab this real quick for all my visual watchers. We got the Superman versus Meshi.
That's hard.
Yeah, where Superman is basically like eating a bunch of Japanese food and trying it out and all that shit, and it's just like a cute little manga. There's a little bit of romance in it too, so it's pretty fucking fun. So I decided to cop that. The lady at the counter was like, "Yeah, I read this. This is funny as fuck." I was like, "Okay. Gots to cop then. Gots to cop." Got the Doom comic one shot that released. We talked about, a couple months ago when it dropped, which has the reference to MF Doom in the first pages.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that's.
But for a second, I thought you were talking about like Doom Eternal. When did that happen? What did I miss?
No.
The Doctor
Doom. Yes, sir. With the homage to MF Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Just living on borrowed time, the clock ticks faster. It's just hard as hell. But yeah, that's basically been me for the most part. I've got to say, yeah, I mean, you brought up that Doom Eternal, new Doom game coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Doom Dark Ages looks fucking dope.
It's Doom.
But yeah,
Shit.
That's about it. So, let's leave it to Mr. Psych. What's been going on, big dog?
You might as well.
What have you been
You
doing?
might as well, real fast. Like, you might as well bring up that MVC2 announcement also at the Nintendo showcase.
Shit, the reason we got the background.
Mm-hmm.
Ha ha
Mm-hmm.
ha ha ha. At the Nintendo Showcase Direct the other day, we got confirmation of a new entry into the Capcom Fighting Collection, the Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, coming out featuring, I believe, X-Men Children of the Atom, Street Fighter vs. X-Men, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the Punisher SNES game, and I believe I'm missing one and I don't remember which it is. Something between X-Men versus Street Fighter and MVC1. I don't fucking remember. My bad, y'all. I ain't a fucking machine. But all you need to know is Marvel vs. Capcom is back. It is the first time this game has been purchasable since it was taken off the Xbox 360 and PS3 stores back in like 2012 or 2013. So, big deal. You are looking at my at the screen right now for all my audio listeners. In the back, you can see my MVC2 cabinet that I got a year or two ago. And that was one of the only ways to play the game, literally, like in a modern setting, without using ROMs and emulators and all that, of course. So it's just really fantastic to see that they're actually doing this. It sucks. The reason why they're doing this is not because they're like, we love Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel just released their vice grip on fucking the X-Men's balls now that they have the license and movie rights back and are able to put them out with all that shit, with X-Men 97 dropping and all that going on, So they don't care anymore. They're like, hey, we have X-Men back. Might as well promote anything with X-Men in it again. Yeah, you can release this. Who cares? You know that old game? Should we release some DLC for that Infinite game or something? When did that drop? Sir, it was 8 years ago. Shit. Who the fuck did all that?
Who's dropping a DLC for Infinite?
But we might actually get Marvel 4 now. It's a very high possibility now that we have this collection, and we know that Marvel is really willing to fucking give us these characters in a fighting game again and give Capcom allowing them to release the game. So
yeah,
I'm super hype about that. Definitely will be purchasing a copy, rollback netcode and all that, baby. You already know. I gots to play.
It was confirmed out rollback?
Yep.
Oh,
rollback for all the
that's
games.
insane. That's insane.
Yes, sir. Yep. Lobbies, ranked matches, casual matches, all the good shit. So,
is that coming to all platforms?
It is coming to Switch, PS4, and PC. Xbox, go fuck yourself.
Hey, fuck Xbox.
Apparently. So, yep. That's really fucking cool. I'm starting to believe, single player fighting games are single, what do you call that? 1v1 fighting games may not be my cup of tea. I think
there are some tag fighters.
I don't know what it is, but I don't know if my brain is like engaged enough in a 1v1 fighter for me to really like to stick to it. I'm wondering nowadays,
Bro, I saw bro playing Street Fighter with a Family Guy compilation up on the side.
Leave me the fuck alone, dog. I don't know what it is. I think it's the mechanics just aren't enough when it's a 1v1 for me. I don't know why. It's not making my brain go, oh shit, what can I do with this assist type beat? You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm just glad to see another team fighter back. We'll see what goes on when the Hunter x Hunter game drops. We need more tag. We need more tag fighters. 2XKO might actually be dope. We will see. The only thing I find cool about it is
It's gonna be
like
some
you
ass.
have to have another partner with you to play the game, and they have to switch in and they have to call their assistant, so they have to know your combo routes and shit, which makes it interesting to me.
I ain't gonna be sitting in the trader mode with someone else, man.
But you can also do it one player, so you can lab it out yourself and then figure it out with your partner and shit. So it adds a whole new layer of depth and shit. You can't just be like, dude, burst, burst, burst. Niggas sitting right there. They heard you.
me, me yelling at my friend to fucking call the assist, bro never does. What can you do?
Call the assist. Nah, I got this. Bro is feeding. I knew it. They've introduced feeding into fighting games.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That shit will happen.
Oh man. But like just that concept of having that in like, Kel's kitchen team, that's gonna go undeniably hard, So that gets me a bit excited for that game. Multiverses also came out. Fuck that game. Can't stand that bitch ass game. Slow ass fucking game.
It's multiverses. It's Smash, but fucking at a snail's pace.
I just do not like it. I liked it okay before. It was fine. I was never gonna do anything competitive, but now this new bullshit, fuck that.
It's just worse.
Yeah.
They gave like every character an infinite for some reason.
Yeah, this is not MVC2. What are y'all asses doing?
MVC2, but it will put you to sleep playing and watching.
Yeah. So that's about it for me.
Yeah, I could get into what I've been doing.
Go ahead.
But I graduated high school recently, and my birthday's in the same month, so I turned 18, graduated high school. Really busy last couple months, which is why I asked to be a part of the podcast. I was like, hey, I've been watching the show for 4 or 5 years maybe. Actually, no, I did the math on that wrong. I made that shit up. I made that shit up.
Close enough. Round up. You just graduated. No, you're never gonna be using math again. Don't worry about it. No one checking you no more. No one checking you no more.
But yeah, so I don't really stream or make videos yet or anything, but I just asked to be part of the podcast since I had some stuff I wanted to talk about. I've watched every single episode of TGHD, TGWWWD, TGWD. So I just thought, hearing what I might have to say or just add on to what you guys are already saying might be interesting. So yeah,
yes, sir.
I graduated, and then while I was still in school, I started working at a supermarket, and man, that shit's been crazy. So I was just gonna get into that a little bit, but before I get into that, I'll just list off real fast. I haven't really been reading or watching anything, but I've been playing a whole bunch of games. So what I've finished in just like the past few couple of months, I played through all of the original Final Fantasy VII. Amazing game, phenomenal. I would probably say one of my favorites. I mean, I haven't played like so many games, but it's definitely up there for me right now. And then right after that, I beat the remake of Final Fantasy VII, which it's pretty cool. It's really good for a remake, but the ending is kind of confusing. It's like setting up for essentially like them setting up a new storyline, but they're changing the original storyline, which is it's interesting, and I want to see what they do with it in Rebirth. But yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to play it, so
I heard that joint's like a reimagining more than a remake.
Yeah, no, it's definitely crazy. But then I beat Nier Automata. Tomorrow, I know, big fan of Yokotaro. I had to play.
Ah,
The whole time I was playing through it, I was just in the Discord like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's gonna happen next, though?
yeah.
It definitely had me hooked like crazy. So go play that. And then I've
Get the
been
true
playing.
ending.
Yep, you gotta get the true ending. You can't play it any other way. And then I beat Yakuza 0, also really good game. Um, it speaks for itself. I don't know. I can't add anything onto it that anyone else hasn't already said. It's a really good game. I liked
Where's a little completionist?
I liked beating people up as Majima. I only used the breaker mode for Majima too. I only upgraded.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's like the only class I upgraded to since I don't know. It was just like it was just fun. Like it was just funny. So I just
That's
kept
true.
using it.
That's fair.
Was Breaker the dancing one?
Yeah, no, where you break dances.
Yeah, that one was like the one I fuck with the
Yeah,
most.
no, I I didn't really use any of the other modes unless I had to. But yeah, I beat that game, and then pretty much all I've been playing since then is any games just like developed by Suda51, who made No More Heroes. He has a pretty big like backlog and like catalog of games that he's made, and I like them all because I don't know, they're just all super funny and like interesting.
Killer 7's a part of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not all of them are like connected, but they're all technically like in the same universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Suda51, he just adds like references to like all of his games and like all of his other games too. So like I'm pretty sure you play through like No More Heroes, you hear like the same sound effects from the first like visual novel that he made, stuff like that. And then obviously references from like Killer 7 and stuff. And then yeah, he's just been doing that ever since then, pretty much, with like all of his new games, like No More Heroes 3, all that type of stuff. So I'm just playing through those. And then the last game I beat recently was Deadly Premonition on the PS3. Just the probably the worst way to play that game at the moment, because I love the PS3, but I just can't with all the frame drops. Sometimes it makes it like damn near impossible to play when you're just like like you could be walking and just like traversing through the world, and it's just frame dropping like below 30 frames.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if that's PS3 or just Deadly Premonition.
no, it's PS3 because
Ah.
what's it called? The
Bro just has a shitty PlayStation.
Nah, it's everyone. I've been playing through No More Heroes on the PS3, the like HD remaster of it. That game screen tears, frame drops.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a known issue that the PS3 has. So if you want to play Deadly Premonition, it's your best bet is probably gonna be playing the 360 version, either like on a 360 if you have one, or just through backwards compatibility on a Series X or Series. It's just called the Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's probably your best bet if you want to play that game. Don't play the PC version at all, since the PC version just doesn't work. Like you can't. I don't even think that game like loads
That
like at
sounds
all.
right.
Yeah,
The
no. So
Tommy Wiseau of video games. The room of video games is
Yeah.
truly Deadly Premonition.
yeah, I mean, I liked it. Like the story
Like,
and
no
every.
bullshit.
Mhm. Yeah, no. Anyone you ask about that game either hates it or loves it. I
That game
personally,
feels like it belongs on the Dreamcast. I don't like it. Like, that's where it
Nah,
feels like it
I
should.
get it. I get
Where
it.
it should be. But it's it's like a 360 PS3 game.
yeah, it started development as like a PS2 game. I'm pretty sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, and a lot of the reason why like PS3 games look the way they do is because while they were like transferring, like from learning how to make PS2 games to PS3 games and like that whole era of games, they kind of like generally stuck with like the PS2 models, but they kind of didn't really know how to deal with like the better textures that the PS3 and 360 could handle till like, later. So
Yeah.
that's, you know, from the beginning of the era, games are kind of like weird, but Deadly Premonition was really cool. The story is pretty interesting, and I liked the gameplay for it. There's definitely a lot of stuff you can do. Like, I didn't really do that many side quests. I kind of just stuck to the story, but if that's something you want to do, it has it. I would recommend it if you play it on Xbox. Don't play any other version. But yeah, that's pretty much all the games I've been playing. Just like a few little miscellaneous like DS games every now and then too. And then I started Fatal Frame 2 not that long ago, and it's kind of just like a normal horror game. It's been pretty fun though. But yeah, that's it for games. And then now I just got to get into the supermarket stuff since there's just too much to talk about.
Yo, supermarket twins.
Yeah,
I'm the only one.
Working on more.
I'm the only one who's never had that experience.
nah.
I don't desire to either.
As usual.
Yeah, so at first it wasn't a bad experience for me, as you guys, because when I told you guys I was gonna work at a supermarket, you were like, nah, don't do that shit. And I was like, nah, I'm chilling. Like, what could possibly go wrong? And then after a few months of working there, I just started to go crazy because for me, I push carts most of the time, and what you realize after you've been pushing carts for so long is that you realize humans are not good people. Like
the core essential truth of retail jobs.
because I don't know, people, they just, well, there's the first part where they just leave the carts wherever the fuck they want, and that's like annoying. But what really sets you off is when you find carts upside down in the fucking parking lot. And it's,
I be throwing them bitches on the roof.
and yeah, I don't know. Just that in general is pretty crazy. And then the thing I'm about to say happened like a week ago, I think, where I'm out there pushing carts for like hours at a time, like at most. So obviously, like anyone that would like be doing something like that, you'd want to have a headphone in, right? Like I would imagine. Like yeah, that's reasonable, right?
To keep the insanity at bay.
Yeah, so I usually have one in, but then this guy who does orders for people that shop online and they just like load everything into their car. He sees me with a headphone in and he's like, "Hey, take it out." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna just take this shit out and put it back in since I don't care. He's not my boss." So then so that happens and he sees me with it again. But when he sees me, he's off the clock. So he's in his car and he yells at me to take it out. And I just keep walking since I'm doing my job and I'm not hurting no one. So I do that and he gets out of his car, leaves his car parked in the middle of the street, and he walks after me while I'm like trying to push carts, and he starts yelling at me saying, "Come with me. You're going to come with me and we're going to go talk to whoever." And I'm like, "Sir, I'm doing my job. I'm not coming with you." And then he starts yelling at me and he's saying that he's going to write me up. He's going to get me fired for having my headphone in. And he's like standing in the way of me, of like me doing carts. And then the security guard walks up, tells him to cut it out, basically. And then he storms inside and he's yelling inside at my managers. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. He's yelling across the store, like so mad that I have like a headphone in, trying to get me fired, like saying that I hurt him with the carts while I was trying to push them. When I kept
Classic.
saying to get out of my way because I'm trying to do my job. And so basically, everyone in the store is like, you need to calm down. You're overreacting. Go home. You're off the clock. Personally, that's the craziest thing about this whole story is that he did all that shit while he was on his way home. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, I just have one headphone in. Like, you can't let me like do my job and have one headphone in. And then the whole time he's yelling all that, he's like, I'm the salary manager. I'm gonna get you fired. You don't know what you're doing. You need to listen to me. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. That shit was crazy since I don't know. I haven't really had any bad like customer experiences or really coworker experiences, and he works in a whole different department than me. So I'm like, what's this beef? Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like a classic bootlicker supreme.
Yeah, no. So that was the first strike, and then the second thing that I've been noticing that I've been like so desensitized to it the whole time is that they call over the intercom a lot, and they're just being like, oh, like whoever pick up this call so that they could talk to each other. But every day they say these two things. They say backdoor receiving, and they say it like 3 times, which kind of just like there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but after a while you're just like that sounds kind of weird. And then the other one is
They should
they'll be
say
like,
backdoor taking it.
Who wants backdoor shots?
Real shit.
yeah, the other call that they make over the intercoms is they'll be like, there's a call waiting in the meat department. I repeat, there's a call waiting in the meat department. Which I don't know
Need to sample that.
Yep, I got to
Sample that. That'd be a hard ass sample.
So yeah, I don't know. Hearing
Under
those.
that,
Oh wait, what's up?
I said in that same vein, should have just hit that salary manager with that. Maybe I should talk to someone. You were telling me in the parking lot to take it out. I think I should hit you with sexual harassment suit. I don't know.
His word versus yours.
Real shit. Grown ass man off the clock.
Yeah,
Getting
no.
out of his car to tell you to take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hopped out of his car and said, I'm gonna hit you like this.
What's up, son? I just came back from a dick.
There was dick and balls everywhere, son.
Word is bond.
Nah, they had me talk to like HR and all that stuff, but they didn't really care. They were just like he was tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's all that, and then I have like one more point, but then if you guys don't mind, it's gonna transition to like a more serious topic.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but basically the last thing is that
what are we getting into politics now?
No. It's like
TGWD. Wait a minute.
Race-related issues. Let's go.
Oh shit. Let's do it.
But
nothing new though.
But yeah, the last thing about pushing carts is that if it's not like the weather to push carts, then you either it is not a good time. Like you're gonna be out there and then like hate every second of it. But the thing is, no one wants to do carts when it's like hot or like cold or like super windy. So there's
it just sounds like no one wants to do it.
Yeah, no one wants to do it. So someone has to do it eventually. And for the like beginning while I was working there, that person was me. So that shit was horrible. But every other part of the job's not so bad. But yeah. But basically, a lot of old people, they be having sometimes you have to give them extra help when you take out their groceries. So usually old ladies, they kind of just like make conversation with you, And sometimes it's like weird, or sometimes it's just like, oh, thank you, you're so sweet.
Number
But
one sexual harassers. That's been my experience.
You remind me of my late husband.
Gropes you unconsensually.
yeah, there.
Thanks.
So, I was helping this one old lady out, and she was like, "Thank you so much for helping me carry all these groceries out. They were so heavy." And then she was like, "The reason why I have no help is because I have to go get food for my grandkids." And I was like, I didn't think nothing of it when she first said that, because I was like, oh, it seems pretty normal to me. But then she was like, yeah, I have to do this because um, their mom died and their father's too sad to do anything about it. And she was like, what he needs to do is get up off his ass and go get a job and help out with these damn kids. And I was just like, is it fair for her to be criticizing?
No, let me ma spit.
Be
Be sat on the clock. That's it.
That's it.
First of all, meme on TMI.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Old people love trauma dump.
For real.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I was like, I don't know if I'm the person that needs to be hearing all this right now. But yeah, I was just thinking what you guys asked, or we're thinking about that. Like, should like a man whose wife has died and had like multiple kids be expected to work multiple jobs to support like his family?
Yes. And also,
Yeah.
depends on how long it's been,
Mm.
Like, if it's
There's
been a
definitely,
week,
like-
it's like, it just happened, You can't
Yeah.
expect anyone to be reasonably functioning after that, but, you have to as well think about the security of your entire family. It's a rough situation, so I can't necessarily say I blame him 100%, knowing
I think, like,
all I know.
the big thing for me is if you have children with someone, you have to be ready for any sort of circumstance, because those are lives that are in your hands. It's definitely one thing to like take off work for like a week or two to have a period of grieving and processing the whole situation. But if you're forcing fucking Mima and fucking Pop to go and buy groceries because you're too sad that you can't like work or go to the grocery store, like you are making your own emotions impact everyone around you. It's not just yourself. It's not even just your kids. You're involving Mima into the situation. Mima should be at the fucking retirement home playing shuffleboard and fucking doing puzzle pieces. You know, you are forcefully, in a way, forcefully. It's not that they don't have an option. The grandmother here. It's not that she doesn't have an option, because she can definitely say no, fuck you. But it's a situation where it is though they don't have an option. It's like your parents asking you to do something, but in reality it's them telling you to do it.
Oh yeah.
It's the same sort of shit. So, it's, like I was saying, it's completely fine to grieve and, feel sad and everything, but, when you had a kid, you should have, at least understood that something bad could happen to your partner, and, you have kids. You can't just let them fucking starve.
Yeah.
If it's really affecting you so much that you can't take care of them, fucking foster home their asses.
That's insane.
Like, it's fucked up, but I'd rather be with a random family and full than be with my fucking depresso dad and starving.
Maybe. I don't know about the whole foster home shit, especially having family members who have had to do that, and their experience in that system is, not fantastic, to say the least. But yeah, I think the grieving period should be longer. I don't think we aim our issues enough at the government. Why can't we? Why are we only being able to take a week off of paid overtime for the death of a loved one instead of like at least a month?
No, 100%.
You
Yeah.
know. But yeah, doing what you have to do in society right now is what we have. You gotta, yeah, you gotta step up still,
Yeah,
especially with kids.
what's it called? I haven't really thought about the topic as much. I like cuz it happened and I was like this would be something interesting to talk about, but I think yeah, like some grieving time is like good, but if it's like impacting like everyone, like your kids like literally aren't eating, then it's like something's got to
Mm-hmm.
change. But I do want to clarify. I think the grandma specifically was saying he should work multiple jobs because he was only working one, and that's I think was the point I was like trying to highlight. But yeah, I think the like
Oh, I
principle
see.
is the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit, was it, as far as I understand, Kelso works more than one job to support himself and his
Mm,
daughter.
real man.
It's not like, it sucks to do. It really sucks to do. Don't get me wrong. Working one job fucking sucks dick balls and asshole. And so, you compound that with another job, but, you know, like I was saying, people got to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to think about extenuating factors, there's also that. Depending on, obviously, it's a recent thing, so it's an adjustment. Like, oh, you're not used to having one source of income into this
Mm-hmm.
house, so now it's you have to adjust to this, and that takes time, regardless, because you still have to find a job that'll actually
Yeah,
find another job that'll actually pay you and not just fucking pennies. In
find
this,
another job that'll pay you that will work around your current job schedule,
that will
too.
hire you on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
In this economy, as it were, you know. So, yeah. A lot of
It's,
extenuating factors.
it's society doing its best to keep people down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, did one of you guys want to list off a topic, or I could list another one, or it doesn't matter.
Go ahead, Tamar.
I
I know
don't.
you got.
I don't
I know you got
got
one.
nothing.
Nah, go ahead,
Don't
bro.
be a
Go ahead.
dickhead about this.
Go ahead, bro. I know you got one.
Oh, I guess on the topic of people dying as well. Rest in peace to the comic historian. I don't know if y'all heard about the comic
Definitely,
historian.
I heard about
definitely.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad as shit. Definitely helped me stay in comic books and in the know about a lot of events going on when I couldn't, afford to buy them or read them all the time. So he was
Mm-hmm.
a big part of my life as a adolescent, for sure. So rest in peace to him, man. Gone too soon. 40. Just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah.
as someone that's not too into comics, but still kind of like I like what series I like, but I'm not like a crazy fan or anything like that. Like definitely just being able to look up, oh, this like series of character or like this universe, and then seeing one of
Mm-hmm.
his videos pop up, just like as one of like the first or second like thing is like honestly pretty crazy.
Yeah, he was like the
Mm-hmm.
biggest recap uh, YouTuber there
Yeah,
is.
and, like one of the
Like,
best too with his descriptions.
mm-hmm. Like that's who you go to if you want to find out who this new character in the new movie is. Who the hell is this Miles Morales kid? You know. So, yeah, rest in peace to him, for sure.
Yeah.
And then, all right, topic I have, guys. Good little topic. I like doing the Wallace and Gromit fucking hand movement. uh, this one's simple. Motion inputs versus simple inputs. What do you think is the best balance? Do you think simple inputs are the future, like we should only have simple inputs? just for everyone's sake, or do you think there is a usefulness and like unique necessity to motion inputs that should be kept in fighting games?
I personally feel as though I'm more leaning towards motion inputs, and like for the fucking life of me, I can still not do a fucking back DP. Like that is my combo stopper and the bane of my existence. However, I really appreciate motion inputs because
Excuse
of
me.
the fact that it is like that inherently, where it forces you to it forces you to practice. It forces you to do certain motions, certain inputs that are uncomfortable, and adds another like layer of skill into what you're doing. It also I feel as though with the motion inputs it makes you think more about what you're doing since you have to take the time to actually do it.
Mm.
There's a thinking aspect, and then there's the oh shit, I didn't want to do that, and so you might have done the input, but you didn't actually press the button, so it's like whatever. But whereas with the simple inputs, do the forward special, and then the move's already coming out before you can even fucking think.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering about. Do you think it's a necessary technical addition to a fighting game that makes it worth being there?
Yeah, and kind of going back to what we were like talking about before, like with new people playing fighting games. I like fighting games a lot, so I try to get my friends to play them. And uh, you know, um, they're like, "Oh, how did you do that super move?" And I'm like, "Oh, you have to press like down, down, forward, and then press the button." And like, there's like even with games like Persona and like Dragon Ball that they only have quarter circles. That's still kind of like difficult for people, I guess. And it's either
Mm-hmm.
it's either developers are like, oh well, we want players to learn this, but it's either they get frustrated and drop it, or they end up like learning it and they like learn the game more, which not a ton of people do. So I personally would want to see like more games do what Mortal Kombat does, where it's like, oh, press down and then press forward, and then your button in order to get your special move, or maybe have like some like special move mechanics and like that are like integrated into the like system mechanics, kind of like how Persona has DP on two buttons,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
just stuff like that, so that you can still have um like simple stuff that most characters are able to do, but they're just like easier for some like games, stuff like that. That's kind of what I would like want to see, because I think that would like make more people play them.
I think also just from like the standpoint of like doing a more special forward special heavy combo, it feels cool to do.
Yeah, no, I definitely like um
Like hearing the
mhm.
when you're fucking doing your inputs, it's like a fucking like some ASMR bullshit for me.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Like some combos just like with the special inputs, they just like feel like cool to do. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would definitely prefer that over just like um press like forward and then like the special button.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about systems like Grand Blue where they have the simple inputs have longer cooldowns or less damage, and then the motion inputs doing full damage and having less cooldowns and stuff like that, or not having as much of a meter requirement?
I think it's interesting to do. I did not personally care for that system, not because of the fact that it had easy inputs, but because of the fact that you get punished for using them. For me, I don't know what it is about Grand Blue specifically, but I could like for whatever reason I just couldn't really do the special inputs that consistently. Like I'll hop on fucking Dragon Ball, I'll hop on Central Fiction, I'll hop on Persona, and I can do fucking quarter circle back, fucking quarter back, half back forward. I can do forward DP pretty damn well. But I get on Grand Blue, I try and do a quarter circle, and either fucking nothing comes out or DP comes out. And so, I felt more inclined to use the easy inputs, and which is just a strict disadvantage.
Well, you could also argue that it's better for reactions, which a lot of people will say, especially with like Street Fighter 6. A one input DP will allow
That's
you
true.
to react much quicker than having to input a DP. You know?
100%. I do agree with that. There's definitely like the pros and the cons, but I feel so like for the average person, uh, I feel as though it's kind of like you can you can lean more towards the easy inputs, uh, just because it's more accessible at the end of the day. If this is like your first or second fighting game and you're getting into it, forward special, go for it. Um, However, as we've seen with professional play from fucking days of yore, people can react just fine with uh, anti-airing with DP without needing a special input to do it. So it's more for like the average player. That being said, a lot of the higher tier Street Fighter people, I remember Modern Luke was going around for a while, um, because of the one button specials, and so it can be something you just ignore. It could also be meta defining. It's like a really weird spot to try and balance around.
Right. Do you think it would be better to have just one or the other instead of trying to implement both?
I mean,
Eh,
might as well have both. Like, I don't know. Or actually, nah, cause I don't know if every game was gonna be like Grand Blue in the way like they got a penalty to special inputs, like I kind of wouldn't want to play like those type of games as much. I'd kind of just rather be able to do my special move with like the input or like just like the special input or whatever, not like both.
I think if it is going to be a one or the other scenario, I pray to God that it's not keeping the easy inputs and getting rid of the normal inputs,
Yeah.
just as like a personal preference kind of thing. But I can see a place for them both to exist. I think ultimately Street Fighter 6 is what I would say is a pretty good example of both of them coexisting just fine. Um, because there are people that will only play classic mode. Because it's kind of like the Grand Blue trade off, where when you're on modern mode, which has the one button special inputs, you have access to that, but you lose access to certain normals that the characters have.
Right.
Which is one thing that hurt me personally when I was trying to do modern Geef, because like half of my favorite normals were not accessible. So I was like, "Fuck this! Why am I doing this?"
Right.
And so it like kind of has the same trade off, with the Grand Blue thing. But ultimately, I think that both of them coexist pretty well because you don't get necessarily you're not being penalized in the same way as Grand Blue.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. 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 Curious. All right. That's it from me. My brain has not been focused on remembering things for the podcast, I must say.
All right. Let's. All right. I got one. It's a bit of a question. Have you experienced when going over to a friend's or family's house, weird or very different etiquette when it came to things like eating dinner or like like hanging out in the living room, things like that. Just like weird or strange house rules that you've experienced at other people's houses.
Weird or strange?
I kind of
Different,
have
sure.
one.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, oh, yeah, I'll go. My fault. But I remember I had like a grandma who would like look out for me, and she was older already, so her kids had already like grew up and everything. She didn't live with them. It was just grandma and grandpa lived at home, and my mom had work sometimes, and it was like summer, and she was like, "Oh, you want to go over?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm not a picky eater at all, so I'll eat like whatever someone makes. But one of her rules was that she was like, if my kids didn't finish dinner or finish whatever I made them for breakfast or something like that, they wouldn't eat for the rest of the day. Like I wouldn't make them anything. And I was like, that's kind of crazy. I don't know, but I kind of see where she's coming from. But I was just like, I don't think like refusing someone food for like however they felt like they couldn't like stomach like the entire meal or whatever if like they made a lot was like kind of crazy. But I finished my food, so I never had to deal with that. But like I can't always eat like 4 pancakes in the morning or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. That's like the one I could think of off the top of my head.
Would they like toss it out or they like throw it in the fridge?
Not the I don't know about that, but I think they just like wouldn't finish their plate. They probably threw it out.
Okay. Then I'd find that kind of, yeah, too much.
I know, kind of in a similar vein. I've seen it firsthand from other friends. It was also on Everybody Hates Chris, where if you don't finish your plate, that plate's gonna be waiting for you to finish it.
Oh yeah, I'm
I,
personally familiar with that rule. Yeah.
yeah, that seems more
Mm-hmm.
fair to me. That seems just like, oh shit, I want to save this for later.
One time I've been hit with the, oh, you haven't finished your plate, you can't leave the table. My ass was there for 3 hours just because I
That
wasn't
is crazy.
until I had to go to bed. My
Bro,
stubborn
I
ass.
got bubble guts. Let me leave. I can't eat no more.
Like you didn't finish your vegetables, you can't leave the table. Type beat. That was when I was much
Mm-hmm.
younger, of course. I've also had the not in the family kind of where it's like, oh, you didn't finish your food, okay, that's your food until you finish it.
Yeah.
You know, kind of deal. So I've also experienced that. I don't know if I'd call that strange necessarily. I think that's pretty average. Like, oh, we're not going to be wasting food. Surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of deal. Yeah, no, I haven't had any particularly weird things. You know, like, there's the grace sometimes families do. Not mine, so I guess that counted as weird whenever I went over. But it's just like, nah, you see it on TV. I guess people do that.
I'll be joining that show for fun. I don't be praying. I'll be. Amen.
For real, for real. Yeah, no, I don't really have any weird ones to be honest.
Yeah,
Like
no,
hang
the
out.
the only other thing I could think of is like something I've seen on TV where like they're like, oh, no elbows on the table.
Oh yeah, no, that's
That's like an
common.
old people
Oh,
thing.
okay.
I
And
think I'm trying to think if that happened at my house. Maybe when I was really small with like my grandmother,
mm-hmm.
but then she stopped caring. So I don't know. Like I do remember
the
that rule coming up.
mm-hmm. The reason I prompted this question, I was thinking about it the other day when I was younger, and this was when I was like a kid. before I became a vegetarian, which is that note is a little bit important. I
I
was
was
with
I was
my
pounding bacon back.
I was with my older sister, and we went over to one of her friends' houses. They had a very particular rule for dinner time, which is you do not get to drink until after you've finished your plate.
What the fuck?
No,
You
that's
cannot drink a liquid until after you finish your plate. Now, I won't say nothing, but I personally grew up around a lot of Latino families, a lot of black families. You know, my mom is white, but I also grew up in a multicultural sort of experience where, you know, crazy, awesome kinds of foods from, a whole bunch of different cultures.
Mm-hmm.
This family that we visited was a white family.
Oh Lord!
They cooked some chicken. And you know what they say about white people and chicken. That bitch was bone dry. I remember eating, and, in kid words, I was like, I cannot eat this shit without some liquid.
Yeah.
I was the one exception to the whole table, because I was just not going to eat that shit.
They had you doing the cinnamon challenge. No cinnamon.
Bro, dead ass. Like, you take a bite out of that chicken, and it would crumple into dust.
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Pop my biscuit, no
It's
drink.
just like, what even started that as like a family like rule, as a household?
Everyone had to choke it down with water, and they got pissed off.
Y'all want to treat my food like that? You ain't getting nothing to drink.
Yeah, basically. Imagine. That's wild. I just know they was Jehovah's Witness or some shit.
I don't know, bro. I cannot tell you. It was they were just some fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've had an experience like that. Does Southern hospitality count as weird if you're not from the South?
what.
To what degree?
Yeah, like what does that look like?
You know, just the usual, like, oh, you're going to eat. You know, like you're getting a plate.
That seems
Like it's rude if you don't eat.
Seems hospital.
It's
Hospitable.
Hospitable? Is that what it is?
yeah.
Yeah. That is not hospital.
I was
bro.
thinking.
Man, that seems ambulance. That's crazy.
I was thinking hospitality.
That shit
And
straight.
I
ER.
was like, I don't know the word for it.
Hospitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, for I've seen that's normal.
Okay.
Honestly, like when we was at Maj's party,
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
and shit like that. I've definitely seen that around.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we are from the area that it would that would show up in the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, nah, I don't got nothing. I was gonna ask, have you noticed any weird custom from my family since you're frequent match my freak.
Nah, I mean,
Frequent visitor to my place.
I will say it's fucked up that y'all only have ingredients. I'd be hungry as a bitch. We gotta go to H Mart if we want to eat.
You ain't bullshitting, bruh.
It's fucked up. You open up the pantry, it's like rice. You got cereal, no milk. Nah, you got like almond milk or some bullshit like that. Some foo-foo ass milk substitute type shit. You got like crackers from the 90s and shit. You open up the fridge, you got like watermelon that's half sliced up and a fucking head of lettuce.
There you go. Yeah, that's true. You ain't never
But,
lied.
like, nah, y'all's like the weirdest thing I say is y'all eat together at all y'all's age.
No, we don't. Like, that's not really a thing we do. I can't say like that's a normal occurrence anymore.
A consistent thing.
Yeah.
I got you. But shit, nah, y'all's is normal.
All right, cool. Good to know. Got to make it strange for next time. Dogs on the table when you eat.
If you insist.
The table is for dogs. Your hands for your plate. Yep.
I'm trying to think. I don't think my mom ever did any shit like that. She wasn't like a stickler when it came to shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of like fucking eat your food.
Yeah.
Try and finish it if you can.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Same here.
And then sometimes it would just be like, "Oh, serve yourself." So if you don't think you're gonna eat that much in the first place, don't get that much.
Yeah, just don't be wasting.
Yeah.
Nah, what was you about to say, man?
Nothing about y'all. Just some people who may or may not share my genetic code have issues with this.
I know, bro. I know exactly of whom you were speaking of.
That's all.
Going to the kitchen on the island is half a tray of pizza bagels. That will not be eaten.
Made yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
2 bowls of half-eaten salsa. Anyways. What were you talking about again? Just being nice and respectful to people, right?
Yeah, but we love people.
I didn't say all that.
We love a couple of people.
There you go. Yep. That is correct, sir. That is correct.
Okay. What you got, Psych? What you got?
All right. All my other notes have like sub bullet points below them. This is the only one that's a singular bullet point. Opinions on Kisniver. And the reason why I'm asking this is because there's for the viewers, there's no TGW D episode of Kisniver, and there probably won't be. So I had to come on the podcast and give the people what they want. We gotta.
Kisniver's #1 fan.
I like the show. I don't know why you hate
His
it so
writer.
But yeah,
I do like the show.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show.
I like the show decently. I don't love it, but I think it's on the level of, like, Kokoro Connects, that kind of deal.
Which is why I don't understand the hate for it. I mean, I don't think the main character is anything special or anything crazy. The first beginning half of the show for me was kind of like what the fuck's going on, but I think 6 episodes in, I want to say it picked up, and it wasn't anything crazy. I wouldn't say the ending was amazing either, but I don't understand the hate for it.
I know this ain't what you're saying, Psych, to some extent, and this is a bit of a tangent, but I'm sick of motherfuckers saying, "Oh yeah, it gets good," blah 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 blah, halfway into the show. If it takes half of the show to get good, the show is not good. It is okay at best. If it is half of the show is good, that's a 5 out of 10. It is alright. It's serviceable.
I understand for longer series, but this is a 12 episode anime.
I don't give a shit. that shit don't matter. It could be 3 episodes and 1.5 of them was bad. I'd still say the same shit.
So basically what you're saying, it was just boring. The first beginning.
At this point, bro, we started watching that shit 4 years ago. I honestly don't
6.
remember. I just remember. Yeah, it's probably closer to 6. I just remember just being bored. That's it. Really.
I think you know what really happened, I think he hated that bisexual nigga in the show. I think he really disliked him.
I hate all gays and queers. That is true.
During Pride Month?
Hey, You know, I'm a part of the community. I can say it.
Mm.
What you gonna do now? What you gonna do
Bro
now?
takes any chance he can to be oppressed. That's crazy.
I take any chance I can to oppress. Let's be honest.
Okay, okay. Yeah, as soon as that bisexual purple nigga showed up, it was raps. Bro
But
was not having it.
I just
what
like.
did you think of the show Tomorrow?
I liked it. I had already seen it
Oh wow.
when we started doing it for the show. Like I wasn't like, I like this show. Damn. Sucks that we stopped watching it. Guess I'll finish it on my own. I'd already seen it.
Mm.
It was a rewatch for me, so I don't know. It was enjoyable, especially because it was pretty recently after the season it came out that we watched it, maybe a year after or something. So I thought, it was on the level of Anonatsu de Nataru, you know?
Mm.
I think at this point, I either would like it more or like it much less than I did. Just depending, of course.
The weird thing I'm guessing Psych is saying is we have watched much fucking worse.
Yeah, no, you.
Yeah.
So, like, why did you finish 100 when you could have watched Kids Nightmare?
It's kind of what I was getting at with the 5 out of 10, where it's like a reverse bell curve on how much I want to watch a show. If it's really middle tier, I'm just not interested. If it's really good, I'll watch it. If it's really bad, I'll hate watch it. It's kind of like how I operate with manga as well. Like, I love reading shitty manga that I don't even want to talk about because of how bad it is, and I don't want to give it any more exposure than it already has. Mm-hmm. But I will read the fuck out of it, and I will hate every single chapter. But I love doing it. And then you dip down into the bottom, and it's like, why am I wasting my time on this? I just don't care. Like with Ladies Butler, Chaos Head, and a show that Tamarrow has suggested to be the next WD when we get on to that. All shows that I very, very much did not enjoy. I always talk about Lady Butler as, top 10 heated couch gamer rage moments. And I feel a sort of similar sentiment, to be honest, about Chaos Head, because I would rate that show even lower now than I did in the episode. It deserves nothing. I could live without the music at this point. Fuck that shit. It's so bad. It is so bad. Holy shit.
Yeah, the reason why I started Kiz and Ivor in the first place, because what's it called? I noticed like in I want to say a few episodes of like some of the older episodes of the podcast. Tomorrow would be like, don't watch this shit. Go watch Kiz and Ivor or whatever the fuck. And I was like, I just got to watch Kiz and Ivor. I don't even got to watch all these bad shows. And then that's what I did. And I was like, shit, I'm set for like 90% of anime now.
It's true.
But,
you are.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's...
watch Darling in the Franxx. Darjeeling in the Tea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's...
So glad I stopped watching that.
Yeah,
show.
That's why I brought it up and was so surprised to hear like how negatively you thought about it. And then it was something when I like heard about Tamarrow liking it and then you not liking it, was that it would be the perfect TGWD episode, since like every other show until that show you guys have like pretty much the same opinion on.
Is that true?
It's like mostly true. Like, I don't know, you guys...
I know that there's some like variance with the scoring, but I'm trying to think if there was any that we rated like drastically different.
I can't like remember, but I feel like the points you like would like disagree on is like the like waifu of the show, and then you guys like might I mean, what's it called? You guys mostly agree upon like, oh, this part of the show is bad. I didn't like this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure our TGHDs we disagree on more often.
Most definitely, yeah.
Bro loves him some horse pussy.
Sir, yes, sir!
Bro cannot help himself. So fucking gross.
Bro, hating on that journey to the West Pack.
That ain't no journey to the West, bruh.
What was that shit called? Like Secret Journey?
Yeah, definitely Secret Journey. I wish that journey would have stayed secret. Fuck is he talking about?
Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean?
God damn it. Ah! It's in my eyes now.
I mean, like I was getting at, I would either have a stronger appreciation of it now, since I've watched so much, you know, arguably worse, so maybe I will think of it as like higher up, or, you know, watching so much shit that's better and so much shit that's worse, I might keep the same opinion on it, so, you know, Lord, you know, God only knows.
Psych asked another question. You didn't hear him. He just cut out. Don't, you know. But he just said, like, when are we going to watch another popular show?
I don't remember it. Alright, like, you fucking with me right now, bro?
I just wanted to hear what he was
just
gonna
like
say.
that didn't happen. That didn't happen. When are we gonna watch another popular show? Shit. Never.
Last one we did was Grand Blue Dreaming.
Eden Zero? Was that show popular?
There you go. Yeah, I'd say so. Relatively.
Shit, when we do the second season of that.
Crazy.
But, I don't know. I think it's more fun to talk about
I agree.
shows that less people have seen.
Yeah.
Because then they never know what the fuck we're talking about, and we can make up shit. Maybe horse pussy isn't even real. Horse pussy gate? Who knows?
Don't say that. That thing was thing.
My eyes did not deceive me.
Do not cap on the hussy, bro.
I shall not. Alright, my bad. I forgot.
But, you know, it makes sense. All in all, that Tamarrow and I agree on a lot of the same shit. I feel like the podcast would have at least had a very much rougher start if we didn't.
You think?
Just because, yeah, just being able to agree on the same shit in the early episodes kind of like helped get in a groove a lot easier, I think. It's much easier to like find the voice in that regard when you have another person that shares that same voice with you.
Got you. Okay, yeah. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, then you guys kind of like bounce back and forth between like Couch, he'll be like, this shit sucks, and then Tomorrow's like, no, it wasn't that bad, and then Couch is like, you're right. Or maybe Couch is like, this shit is bad and you're tripping, Tomorrow. You gotta lower your score. And sometimes that does happen.
Rarely.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I love to hate.
You know me. I love love. What are you talking about? Ron, I'll be saying.
I just love being mad. I love
pissing you off. That's why I'll choose the opposite score.
The only reason you ever like piss me off is because I know you trying to piss me off and you trying to piss me off.
So it works.
You know, the goal, the finish line is still where it's at, but you took a whole ass different route, bro. You was running a 3K while everyone was running a 5.
As I should. Work smarter, not harder, baby.
Bro hopped in a taxi and got to the goalpost.
I hopped in the Cadillac. What's he talking about? Girls. All girls.
It's, girls got it. Nah, matter of fact, he was kind of spitting on
Hold
that. Maybe
on.
girls do gotta die.
Maybe they should be eliminated.
You know, if I was alone in the woods and my choices was a white woman or a bear, let's just say I'm taking my chances with the animal, and I ain't talking to white woman.
Real shit. Brother Bear, here we come, cause
Where Pooh Bear at?
fucking hell. If I was in a Starbucks and there was a white woman or a bear, I'd help the bear. Help the bear.
Bro is not wrong.
Just saying. They're always in the wrong, no matter what, I'm pretty sure. I think that's a good blanket statement you can just say and be right about 100% of the time.
Yeah.
White women are always in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my hypothetical is about white women. Do you guys want to hear it now?
We might as well.
Okay.
Might as well, bro.
okay.
Go ahead.
So, would you rather date a white woman, or would you like be forcefully married off to like someone you don't know? Like it could be anyone. It could be someone you end up actually liking, or someone that like is racist. Like I don't know. I can't give you that
That'd be a
information.
dream come true. Look at the smile on his face.
It's
Well, I mean, you're at the end of the day, you're battling racist with racist.
Gotta fight fire with fire.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Do you
What
want to
it-
know what the original hypothetical was?
Sure.
It was date a white woman or date a racist. But then I was like, wait, that's the same shit. So I gotta change
It's
it
the
up.
same thing.
Yeah, that's a circle. That Venn diagram's a circle.
So you would be sold out for marriage to anyone like in the world.
No, because that could end up being married to a white woman.
Yeah.
So you would just take the white woman route.
I mean, if you have a choice, yeah, probably.
Like, the big thing is, you know, if it's anywhere in the world, both Tamarrow and I are, you know, minorities in more than one sense, which leads to a question of our safety. You know, like our actual physical safety, you know. Fucking I get married to someone in the UAE, they find out I'm queer, and then I'm fucking, you know, they fucking chop my head off or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, Tamara gets married off into some Euro country, and
I've never heard from again.
yeah, like, I will take the unfortunate guaranteed bullshit for the more likely guaranteed safety.
I see.
Yeah. White woman who doesn't think she's racist is ultimately better.
No, I'm not racist. I just think all rap is mumble rap.
I just can't understand what they're saying sometimes. Okay.
I like Post Malone and the newer Little Yachty.
Why doesn't all rap
I think
sound like
Drake
oh,
won that actually.
It's nah. We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's really not like a whole lot to talk about. All in all, I feel like beef was kind of weak.
The concert was yesterday.
Yeah. For those who are not tapped into what is happening with the hip hop industry at the moment, Kendrick Lamar,
White people's favorite.
and Aubrey Graham, Drizzy Drake with the snake. Got into a bit of a beef festival caused originally by J. Cole,
Yeah.
Jermaine Cole. Jermaine Cole was like, yeah, I'm part of the big three with Kendrick and Drake. And Kendrick was like, no, nah, y'all ain't it. It's just me. And Drake was like, dude, what the hell? And then Kendrick was like, fuck you. And then Drake was like, fuck you. And then Kendrick was like, fuck you. But Kendrick's fuck you was louder.
And better, yeah. And more. Mm-hmm. So, yep. I don't know. Shoutouts to Beef, I guess. I don't know. It's
Modern age hip hop beef is just
too many white people were involved in it for my taste. It felt like a white people auxiliary proxy war. Y'all just doing this Civil War bullshit again, huh?
I love Kendrick. He has, he has written a lot of my all-time favorite rap songs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Singing Me I'm Dying of Thirst, Element, shit like that. In my soul, in my blood. I didn't care. I didn't care about the beef.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Not Like Us is like a hot song at the end of the day. It's banging. But it's just, it ain't no fucking Jay-Z, Nas, it ain't no Pac and Biggie.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It felt toothless from one end.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, okay, you're just. I mean, he already lost. Bro needs to take his little Play-Doh snake and go home. But bro just kept exploding and just fucking destroying his grave on top of that. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's not two guys holding their own against each other. It's one dude crying about it, and then the other dude spitting on his grave.
It's that Roy Mustang versus Envy fight.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So, that just wasn't why I was interested in. I was over here listening to that Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
No bullshit.
There's a reason that OST has taken over my Spotify, Wrapped completely since it dropped.
I know I talked to y'all about it, but for the listeners, for the viewers, pretty much, outside of my normal shit that I listen to, I've been listening to a lot of 50 Cent. I grew up listening to 50, but then I stopped for a while, and it's the nostalgia plus the fact that 50 Cent actually has hard ass songs. It's yeah.
Speaking of haters,
I mean, ain't no greater hater than fucking 50. Bro's the king of trolling.
Yeah. Well, what was it he said the other day? I bet you I bet you ride a bike without the seat.
Yeah. So crazy.
Unprovoked.
Shit like bro's just funny as hell for no reason.
Yeah. Bring back funny beef. Please. Weird Al Yankovic needs to start beefing with someone.
Who would beef with? I feel like the only person that would beef with Weird Al, in some simulated universe, is Nardwuar.
I was just gonna say Nardwuar. Shit.
That's the only person, because they're both such, nice rockin' dudes.
Yeah. It's my job to know. Don't ever get that sample on you, bruh.
Matter of fact, who do you think will win in a court situation? You got Mr. What's his name? J-Oma? That one lawyer?
Yeah.
Or Nardwuar? Who you think wrapping the deal up?
Shit. I think Nardwuar would be a better key witness because he just has everything. He knows it all. He will tell you exactly what you need to get out or to lock someone up.
I 100% agree. However, I've seen a couple of J-Oma videos where he's sitting next to the person that he was defending after the case was closed and proven not guilty.
Yeah.
And the person next to that man is definitely like, yeah, nah, I got charged for assault and battery. Yeah, but Jayoma clear me up. Like, you are lucky.
I'll take Thugger's lawyer. Oh, what's that? Oh, he got arrested? Oh. For what? For what? Oh, taking part in this trial? How did bro do that? Your defense lawyer gets locked up before you.
That is so crazy, bro. That is God praying on your downfall.
How, bruh?
You lose your defense. Next thing you know, all right. To represent Mr. Thugga is one of
y'all repping the same jumpsuit. Like what?
You lose your defense lawyer. They bring in a public defender, bro.
Oh, it's raps.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Oh man. All right.
You know what? I think it's time for some. I think Psych kind of started it a little bit.
He did.
But it's time we get to some executing. Some executioners, if we may.
Welcome to the executioner's game. You can't kill both. That is the main premise. You have to pick one, and no matter what answer you pick, it won't be good. Have fun and try to survive.
Okay. Now, I'll start it out. We have a Yaoi Fujoshi versus a Big Slop Ecchi Sun.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Yaoi Fujoshi.
Yeah, no,
Easy.
I'm taking
That's easy for me.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, like, it's like both gooners at the end.
Oh yeah, they're both gooners for sure. But the Big Slop Ecchi-san, I can smell. I can smell Big Slop Ecchi-san. Yaoi Fujoshi has a higher likelihood of taking showers on the regular. Higher likelihood. I never said it was guaranteed. I just said higher.
It's the difference between 1 and 2%.
Yes, exactly.
Interesting. Why did you say Fujoshi's like?
I've just met too many sloppy. What's it called? I've just met too many of those sloppy people that are like guys that are like holed up in the room all day and they fucking love. There's a clear difference between a guy that I meet that says, "Oh, High School of the Dead's my favorite anime," and a girl that I meet that says High School of the Dead's my favorite anime. Because I've met both, and they're both sloppy, and they're both like not like ideal people in any way. But the girl was far more preferable, and I could like have conversations with them than like the sloppy dude. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, here's how I also thought. You go a Yaoi Fujoshi-san, kind of if you just kind of Google Translate, those are like also the 50 Shades of Grey fucking book talk Twilight
The
fans.
book talk gooners.
Exactly. And those people, while fucking weird as well, they also have a higher degree of shame in modern society.
You see, I honestly thought this would be more difficult, and maybe this is just because I've, in my journeys, I've submerged myself a little bit more into, I guess, like gay shit at the end of the day. But it's with the Fujoshi shit. It's something that's talked about pretty often. It's the fact that it's more often than not straight women sexualizing homosexual relationships, which in and of itself has a layer of predatory behavior.
That's true.
It's the exact same thing as straight men watching
Fetishization.
Yeah, fetishization. But then also often within a lot of yaoi shit, which is more often than not written by women for women, more than it's written, by women for men or by men for men. There is, and I might have talked about this before in the podcast. I feel like I did it in passing, but as is with a lot of shows, is it Josei is the adult one, right? Yeah, as is with Josei manga, with yaoi manga, there's often a level of predatoriness within the characters, where whether it's the adult male teacher and the female student dynamic, a dad's friend and the daughter, or with the yaoi side of things. And I do remember talking about this before with the whole like Omegaverse bullshit, like the furry shit, where the alpha can't help himself around the
He
beta
just
or
has
the omega or
he
whatever
just has
pheromones.
to take the omega.
Yeah, like very clearly, like assault to say the least.
Yep.
And then of course you have the other side with he who shall not be named but has stuck around in school a year extra. Yeah, and I'm tempted to say personally the ecchi fan, just because maybe it's just because of what I am. I wouldn't feel comfortable having someone that is sexualizing my sexuality.
Right, but then it can also go back, like, on the other end of that spectrum too, like like if you were a lesbian woman, you wouldn't want to hang out with the ecchi fan who's always so yeah. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I see that. I see that perspective.
You got one side?
No, I don't have another whatever it's called.
Okay. I guess my next one then is going to be Travis son or Cardi son. Travis fan or Cardi fan.
Fuck. Damn.
This is a reality.
Oh my god.
This is most parents go through this.
Let's see. Travis fan in 2024 is nearly as bad as a Cardi fan in 2024.
Yeah.
I think being a Cardi fan is strictly more annoying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But being a Travis fan is just pitiful. In 2024, what are y'all holding on to? Literally. So I think I'd go with the Cardi fan, because the Travis fan is just, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I would. I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I like Rodeo, but I feel like I don't really care for any of his other albums. So it's just like, if you're like obsessing over like I'm viewing this as like they're like an extreme fan or whatever. Like they're the most hardcore fan of like the like respective artists. I'm just like, for Travis, that's kind of like unreasonable. Cause like that's kind of wild. And then it's just like Cardi fan, they're just like, I don't know.
They're just
weird. And then overall, like Cardi doesn't drop, so I don't know. They'll like be annoying about that. Yeah, no, I would choose Cardi son.
I think so too.
I also say Cardi, just because of the fact that Travis Scott apologists are annoying. Yeah, nah, bro, I'll still listen to him after bro had like 11 people killed at his concert.
Yep.
And apologize with a black and white filter on the toilet taking a shit. I'm so sorry to all the. I'm so sorry to all the families. Type shit. But me prompting this one made me think of a new one I didn't even have it written down. Nicki Minaj fan daughter.
Barbs.
Chris Brown fan son.
Can they just go to war and kill each other?
Nah, you gotta pick one.
Fuck this. Oh no. This is the true lose-lose. You can only kill one.
Do I have to, like, are they, like, playing their music, like, loud to where I can hear it, or, like, do I not hear the music at all? And it just, I have to live with the fact that they're, like, a fan of that artist.
The volume isn't really a factor in this scenario.
Chris Brown apologists actively piss me off. Like, I might, like, beat the shit out of one. Show him how it really feels to be a Chris Brown fan.
It's just like, it's fucked. Because on one hand, you have, you know, someone that has, you know, pretty clearly attempted to kill, you know, anyone, but Rihanna specifically.
Right.
And then on the other hand, you have a pedophile apologist.
Mm-hmm. So, and they like to dox people.
Yeah.
I will kill the Barbs because then I get a chance to beat the shit out of Chris Brown fans.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Can't do it if they're dead.
That's fair.
Yeah, no.
That's fair.
You know? I don't get that satisfaction.
I'll take that.
You know? I think that works out for me pretty well.
I'll agree with you there. That's a 100% valid way to look at it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And for my last executioner, kind of covered it a little bit, but we have male manipulator son versus crocodile tears daughter.
I don't even know what that is. Crocodile Tears daughter?
Daughter.
Crocodile tears is someone that will cry to, like, basically, like, get their way. Like, you see situations where, like some, like, boomer white woman is, like, harassing, like, some, like, young black teen or something like that, and then she, like, starts crying and, like, calling for the police or shit like that. Like, that would be crocodile tears.
Or people who, like, are emotionally abusive, and as soon as, like, their partner tries to push back, they start crying.
Yeah, it's not like a specific, like, this is
I see.
do it, but it's
yeah. Those are both pretty bad. No.
Male manipulator is funny though. No, I'm kidding. They're essentially the same.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. They're both causing they're both causing pretty excruciating, like, mental, like, problems that are, like, toxic.
Yeah, the end goal is pretty much the same, where they are trying to get what they want.
Yeah.
But, you know, the execution is different.
Gaslight, gatekeep. Damn.
I would probably say Crocodile Tears daughter, since I feel like in order for the, like, male manipulator to get what they would want, they would, like, have to go out of their way to, like, manipulate and, like, disrespect, like, women in particular. If that makes sense. Like, do you guys get where I'm, like, coming from?
Wait, so you kill the male manipulator?
Is that what we're doing here? I thought it was just, like, either or.
It's the execution game.
I don't know. This is tough.
I feel like I just flip a coin, honestly.
I
I
feel
could
like for
go either
me,
way depending on my mood.
I would probably go and kill the crocodile tears because it's a harder situation to deal with at the end of the day. Regardless of what's going on, if you're a dude and a woman's crying next to you, you're going to look like a bad guy.
Both play to societal stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
Men get what they want through whatever means they want, and when women display their emotions, people tend to take their side. Tight beat.
Yeah.
So both are playing to their advantage. I'll give them that. So that's why I feel like any it just depends on what side of the bed I wake up on.
That's fair.
Like I could really go either way. Both are despicable. Shit, they so despicable. I might just leave. Make sure my money grew. Yeah, I got nothing on that. Basically.
Yeah, no, me either.
I thought we could have grew together.
Mm.
Turn out she just won in a million.
Ah, shit. Damn.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is some
What
bullshit.
you got, Psych? I know you got like 10 more topics.
Nah, I have a whole bunch. I'm just trying to.
I got a execution game. I got my one.
Okay, yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
go.
All right.
I didn't mean to overstep.
You did, but I don't give a shit. So,
Matter of fact, maybe I did mean.
what if I did? What are you gonna do? All right. So, the scenario you're in is you are in a long-term committed relationship with this person. All right, that's the setup. Now
It's over. It's an unrealistic scenario.
Now this person is either what I like to call a chocolate milk shitter. This person is extremely lactose intolerant, yet they refuse to drink anything else but chocolate milk or some variety of milk when they're out, inevitably becoming a gassy fucking mess. A mess of shit and gas. Alright? That is the number one. Or they are what I like to call a cereal slurper. Whatever they're drinking, whatever they're eating, they find a way to slurp it. Whenever they're anywhere. Eating whatever food. They could be eating chicken off the bone. They go, you know what I mean? Constantly. And it doesn't end. And it's not just the slurping, it's the spit. There's visible spit coming out when they're doing this.
I know Psych's reacting rough to it. Me personally, I love eating like an animal.
Uh-huh.
I respect anyone else that does. That just means the food is fire. However, if I'm with someone and they have such little self-control that they're willing to put themselves in a situation where they're shitting fucking straight liquid, I don't want to be with that person. You can't control your diet. You know, what does that say about how you feel about our relationship?
Yeah, I think both are. Yeah,
You gonna shit your pants? How does that mean you won't shit the bed with this relationship?
Exactly.
I think both are pretty nasty.
Okay.
But yeah, I would agree with like the just like nasty eater, because then I could just like eat in like another room, and then it's like whatever.
You can just eat in another room? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that will cause problems in your
Yeah.
life,
I mean,
to be fair.
shit.
And like, all right, think about like y'all buy a bucket of chicken from KFC. She got the first piece eating over the bucket. now you got fucking moist chicken,
Nah.
saliva chicken.
like, for me, I I never really cared about like sharing my food and shit like that. You know, I'm at the end of the day a dirty motherfucker.
Mm.
When we was working at UPS, I would not wash my hands before I touched on some food.
That's true. I remember
I've
that.
ingested more harmful chemicals than good things in my body at this point. I don't care if I'm fucking slurping up someone's saliva.
Mm.
It's whatever. I will not be around someone's fucking doo-doo stain.
Dirty motherfucker, so I can tuck it. Yeah, you heard me. Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
Shit. You know how I feel about power, bro. You know how I feel about
That's
power.
true. That's true.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
I don't have an issue with sharing either. I obviously do have an issue with like germs and shit though.
Yeah, that's why I figured this was like a fucking hard question for you specifically. I was like, yeah, I know, bro, it's not wrong for this shit.
Chocolate milk shitter, they're equally like rough in their own respects. From my perspective, you know, can't take their ass nowhere regardless. It really just be a matter of how much the slurping would bother me, you know. If you're ruining the texture of the fucking fried chicken, I'm going to be livid. You know.
That shit was fried. It turned into boiled.
Yeah. But I think I'd risk that over the chocolate milk shitter. You know? Because just, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Just stop.
Just stop. Why are you doing this? You're pissing me off. It's like...
Yeah, no, I agree. I would deal with the spit germs over like the shit. I don't know.
Just gassy.
Yeah, no,
farting
I
all
couldn't.
the time.
I couldn't.
No, I feel like, depending on like, you know, like where you go to eat, you are running a risk of getting your car filled with fucking shit stains. I can't hold it. Like, I don't want that.
You pick her up. Oh, what'd you have for lunch? Chipotle and chocolate milk? Get the fuck out of my car. Go ahead and step up, Playboy.
That is such a despicable combo. Chipotle and chocolate milk.
Go ahead and step up off
Like-
my plate. Come on, man.
A Chipotle will give a normal person the shits.
Oh, yeah, y'all had a nice brunch. What y'all have? Yeah, we got some Chipotle, some chocolate milk, but I also tried these really spicy ghost pepper chips.
Nah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I heard that right. Time to get the plastic out. Put some...
Rocking the ghost peps with the chocolate, with the fucking Docklet chew. You know how it is.
You know how it is. Oh man, yeah, that was mine. All right, Psych, it's time.
All right. All right. So, ever since the inception of the podcast, it's been Couch and Tamarrow. And then there's been some other guests on the podcast, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to shout out one guest in particular, and that is Jimmy. You know, Jimmy, sometimes you call him up, he's chilling.
I was like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? I was like, are you talking about J.
Bro's talking about Jimmy John.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy, man.
Let's go, Jimmy.
But
yeah, man.
How did you guys come to meet Jimmy? You know, what's Jimmy's lore? We don't know much about Jimmy.
There's a lot to know about Jimmy. There. I'll say that. There is a lot.
If you want like an honest answer, it was just me and bro being stupid.
Well,
it was, you know, it's fucking us doing a shitty Carl Weezer voice and saying Jimmy. I think that's how it started. but then we like sometimes stopped doing the voice, and then it just became like a consistent, gag.
Jimmy is from, one of the last few states to be integrated into the United States. So he's either from Alaska or Hawaii. I never got a clear answer on that. You know how he is. He's fucking busy, and also a bit of a narcoleptic. So
yeah, he's a narcoleptic. He's anemic. He has lupus.
that we found that out recently, actually.
Yeah, I actually feel kind of bad for him. He's been in and out, in and out of the hospital.
I don't feel bad for him. I mean, you know what happened back in the day. Like we cool still, but like sometimes like, bro, you kind of deserve what's coming to you.
I dead ass forgot about that.
Yeah,
bro. Like he was definitely playing with some fire he shouldn't have been.
Exactly, doing some trifling shit, man. So
it's like, like you call him up, but it's like, calling up someone you don't really fuck with. But at the same time, y'all like still kind of had that connection from back in the day, so it's like kind of like there are two wolves inside. There's Jimmy Wolf and fuck Jimmy Wolf.
Exactly, two wolves, and like there's a certain degree of trust that comes from his opinions, of course. Just because you know him, so when you know a person so well, even if you might not always like agree with him or fuck Jimmy Wolf, like you still know Jimmy Wolf like knows his shit. So that's why I came to rely on him for real.
Let's speak to the man himself.
Oh shit! You think he's up?
People. Yo, Jimmy, what's good?
Put me in on the three-way. Put me in on the three-way.
Oh yeah. Beep.
All right.
Yep.
Yo.
You can hear him?
Yeah. I can hear that.
All right, straight. So what's my happening, Jimmy?
There's no way his ass.
Mesothelioma?
There's no way his ass got all that, bruh.
Asbestos?
Now you fucking lying, Jimmy. I know your ass ain't pretending to snore now. Alright, nigga.
I can't stand this man. He's been lying through his teeth the whole damn time. I heard his ass at the club.
Yeah. They was playing Living La Vida Loca. I heard that shit in the background.
Mm-hmm. This motherfucker. I can't stand Jimmy.
But to answer your question, we met Jimmy, back in school. It was middle school, actually. Before we were friends. We knew Jimmy. Separately, of course. So, yeah. Long time friend. Quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think another like actual part of it was what started Jimmy was Richard.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is what originally started Jimmy. And Richard, for the the kids at home that do not know, was it Flight?
Nah.
Was it Flight that did the SpongeBob?
It was someone else.
No.
It might have been.
Are you
sure? I'm positive.
I think it was
not
Flight. I think it was
not
Flight.
Are you sure?
I'm positive it was not Flight.
Let's see. It was not Flight. No.
Okay.
Sky v. Ray.
It was it was the very popular reaction of what was it just called, like racist SpongeBob or some shit like that, where a guy goes, I can't say it, but it is the hard R N-word, and he says it in a very specific inflection. And we were in school, and Tamarrow was saying it, and I think someone else was saying
it started in my science class, and it was me, myself, Carter, and Jack. Jack and I were laughing about it, and then so we were just like laughing and saying it. And then Carter looks over and goes, Did you guys say Richards?
Yeah. And so it just kind of just stuck.
Richards.
Which, shout out Shop and Carter. We wouldn't have Young Richard Productions without Richards.
Real shit. Real shit.
Another
It's his
question
brainchild.
I wanted to ask about Jimmy is that, you're born male, you have a Jimmy, right? And then whatever you do with it after, that's your decision. That's fine. But
Yeah.
is Jimmy his own entity, or is he making calls? Like, is this like a symbiotic relationship? He's attached to someone else, or does he have his own free will? He goes wherever he wants.
Oh, are you saying if Jimmy is someone else's Jimmy?
Yeah.
So, like, Jimmy versus, like, a parasite.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy's his own dude.
He's always been his own dude.
As far as I can remember.
Yeah. Pretty sure that was pretty cut and dry from what I remember of him, at least. It's been a good almost 10 years at this point since we've seen him in person. Who knows?
Maybe it's changed. Maybe he was just, hosting on someone the whole time. We didn't even know.
On some parasite shit.
Mm-hmm. But shit, yeah. I mean, as far as I understand, yeah, Jimmy's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I had to ask since, I felt like a lot of the viewers, they didn't know about Jimmy. They didn't know what he was about. I didn't know what he was about. That's why I had to ask.
Well, he prefers to think of himself as a, Jimmy of mystery. So.
I see.
Yeah. Don't like too
I know
many
a guy
questions.
that
Don't
knows a
take too
guy.
many questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Jimmy is the guy of all the guys. If you know a guy who knows a guy, the guy that they know is Jimmy.
It's Jimmy. Yeah. Jimmy's kind of like a everything everywhere, but also no.
Yeah, he's kind of omniscient, if you were.
In a sense, of course. He's a vagrant.
Mm-hmm. Sort of an essence of the universe, if you will.
A planeswalker.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy, just like basically God or whatever.
Yeah. And stop from being a fuck ass nigga sometimes. I won't lie.
Do you want me to keep listing off just like the rest of my topics, and are you guys done with your topics, or?
Yeah, I'm out.
I'll do one more. I'll do one more. So I was wondering, within a prospective partner, how much is and this is, I guess, a bit low hanging, but how much does body count actually matter? And I wrote down 1 versus 5 versus 10 versus 20 versus 50 versus 100.
I think there is, I would say in general, it doesn't really matter, but there is a number where you go, why are you doing all that?
Mm-hmm.
And I think once you go, especially let's think about age range as well. Our age, around our age, if you rocking 50 plus, how you doing all that? What you doing all that for? Because that's like,
yeah,
I don't know, around 3 to 4 a year, which is like, god damn, one for every season, eh? and then you just kind of question. It's more of a question of why. What's the mentality behind that, more than the actual count itself. That's my opinion.
I got you. Let's say, for argument's sake, that at that time where they were racking up the bodies, they just liked having sex.
Mm-hmm.
That was a time where they were more focused on the physical aspect of a relationship rather than like everything else. And now after meeting you, they're looking to settle down.
Mm-hmm. Let me think. I mean, you can only trust that as as much as you trust them, right?
Yeah.
So you
Mm-hmm.
know, I guess depending on the person, you'd be like, okay, well, we'll see. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something you could only really see through
Over
like
time.
time. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Just like you seen they want to put effort into your relationship, so it's like, over time you just learn how to like deal with it. But
Okay.
yeah.
So. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is something I've been thinking about because me and like my two close friends that I talk to, we're pretty
Mm-hmm.
much on the agreements that like a lot is bad. And like I'm trying to figure out how to explain this cuz I guess I'll just take it to the extreme, basically saying like anything more than one is like no, we wouldn't like want to date them cuz I don't know. Cuz it's something that I know like I've heard you guys talk about before where it's like it doesn't matter. And I know that's something that like a lot of people are like, "Oh, it doesn't matter." Like if they like had a lot of bodies at like one point,
Mm-hmm.
but like amongst like me and like the people I know, that kind of like makes us uncomfortable pretty much. Like that's not like something we like at all. But I've like trying to been like think about it like does it bother me or is it just like am I like being weird about it? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like something I've been trying to think about.
What?
What about it bothers you?
What?
What about
Yeah.
it?
What would you say bothers you? What bothers your friends about
I
it?
would pretty much say like probably like comparing yourself to like the other people that they've been with like in the past. Like if they were like better or not, essentially.
I understand that. Uh, but that, and this is just my
Mm-hmm.
opinion about it, but that is not on your partner. That's
Yeah, yeah,
on, you know, you for, potentially, it being like a self esteem or like maybe a control kind of situation.
yeah.
I was gonna say that I don't think that that is a as linear thought process as people would believe you to think, because each person's different. You
I
know.
see.
Mm hmm. 100%.
So.
I think also, as you were saying, with everyone's different, sexual experiences shared between two people are going to be different,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
from one person to the next, regardless of how many people you have sex with at the end of the day. So it's, at least from my understanding, it's not really like a comparison thing unless the person you're with is like vindictive and will like hold that over
Mm-hmm.
you, which is,
A
just
bigger issue.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, personally that's like not something like I'm as comfortable with. Like, yeah, I don't know, personally. Like I would say like in terms of numbers, it's hard to say. I would say five and above is kind of like crazy to me, but that's just my perspective.
Crazy for someone your age or in general.
Yeah, I would have to say my age.
Hmm. Okay. Like I think it just everyone's gonna be different because not everyone has the same experiences in life.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So that might not be allowed to someone. And I think the recency also matters. Like Couch was saying, like, it was just a part in their life when they were focused on physical stuff. If
mm.
it's a couple years after they've attained that high body count, as it were, would it matter as much as if it were a couple months ago or a week ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I do think those are different factors as well that you could decide on that.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
but overall, I don't think it really matters.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I agree. In regards to that, the only real question I'm asking is, was it, are you clean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, for sure.
Because
Yeah.
regardless of whether or not you wear protection or whatever, there's still a chance, and so that's like the only thing that really matters to me.
Yeah,
But like, like everyone has different sex drives. That's another difference here with people. Sex drive varies from person to person. So
absolutely.
someone's sex drive might be all the way at the fucking top of the Burj Khalifa, and the other one might be at the bottom of the Grand
Mhm.
Canyon.
The Mariana Trench.
Yeah, fucking whatever. And so some people like to some people be fucking.
People be fucking.
You know, I
Others
don't give
don't.
a shit. It's you know at the end of the day, if I have a good relationship with someone, the fuck does them having sex before us even knowing each other matter to me?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I
that
agree.
makes sense.
What you got in
I
that cup? Is that water?
Oh nah, I'm being a little devious. I'm sipping on that little Dr Pepper.
Okay. Bro called in the doctor for tonight. He needed a backup.
Mm-hmm.
all right. I'll just list the rest of what I have off then. All right. This next one's not really a topic. It's kind of just like it's something that I do, like kind of unintentionally, and I've been doing it for like a while, but people just have like been started to comment on it recently since they've like seen it, like since they've seen me do it. But maybe like after you guys could be like, oh yeah, I've done this before too, or like something in like the similar vein. But there'll be times where I'm like where someone's trying to talk to me, but they just like ask me something that I think is so dumb that I just look at them and I don't respond and I just keep doing whatever I'm doing. And then like this is something like I've said before, I've done for a while, but then people are like, why didn't you say anything? I was like, and I'm just like, I look at them dumb too because I'm like, did you hear what they just said? Like, I'm not gonna answer that. And it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly in like the vein of like, if I say anything, it's gonna be disrespectful, so I'm just not gonna say anything. But I don't know. I just wanted to see what you guys thought about that. Like, if it's like, if it makes sense, or if it's like, that's like that doesn't make sense.
I think I'm gonna speak a little bit with the formal we
Mm,
here. Uh, Both me and Tamarrow are very in different ways. Of course, we are confrontational
mm,
people. Uh, we are very vocal when it comes to shit like that. I do sometimes, to an extent, do what you were describing, but it's less about just looking at them, and I will let them know that there is, very visual disgust on my face. I'll go, give them like a mean stink face, or like, make sure my eyebrows are furrowed or whatever the fuck the word is, or I'll just call about them bullshit. I love people. I love hearing people trying to fucking explain the fucked up shit they said.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Send them with the what? Like, or just no. They end it
Yeah.
with, you get what I mean? No.
No, fuck no.
But
I don't know.
yeah,
So if it's not worth getting into an argument about, like I don't have the energy to argue, then I understand doing the silence.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's
you're just like,
mostly.
it's that's what it is for sure. I'll just be
Yeah,
like,
that's
mm. That'll be my response if I can't argue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, because, like, at work and shit, I don't want to do fights with someone that I see every day.
Yep.
You know, but if it's like a random person on the street that says something dumb, I'm gonna have some fun.
Yeah. I think even it has to get to a certain point with a coworker where I'm just like, no, all right, fuck this. I remember when I was working at Five Guys that there was this one older lady who just had to do everything her way. I'm pretty sure I said this before, and I was just like, all right, I don't feel like arguing with this person every day. But then she just started being disrespectful as shit, like snatching meat trays and fucking like taking shit and trying to do it her way, or like taking your section of shit to do her way, and so you couldn't do your work. And I was like, nah, fuck that. What are you doing? Give me that shit back.
Yeah, it's
And then they get pissy and run off and be like, yeah, oh, not used to not getting your way, huh? Sucks to suck.
Yeah, that's definitely the situation I was talking about just now was at work too, because I was like getting groceries before I left, like when my shift ended, and then my manager was like, "It's like you're leaving," and I was like, "What is it like?" In my head, I was like, "What does it like look like what I'm doing like right now? Like, why are you asking that dumb shit?" And then my mom was with me, so I was like, "I'm not gonna like." I don't want to like make a scene or anything. So I just looked at him, and then my mom seen me look at him and then look away. And then she was like, what was that? She was like confused. And I was like, nothing. Like, I don't care to talk about it. But yeah, I don't know. That's something like I kind of do often. So I was just wondering if you guys did something similar.
I've been in one situation where I had gotten in an argument with a coworker of mine. Part of my job requires me to go on long drives sometimes, and
Yeah, seven-figure failure will
sometimes
do
it'll
it.
be sometimes it'll be dropping people, not dropping cars off, and driving everyone back in one car, back to the store. And on this particular day, it was like fucking 6 o'clock or something. I was getting back. I normally leave at 4, and I'm very unhappy, and I will let people know I'm unhappy if I'm staying a minute after 4. And so we were getting back. We were pulling back up to the store, and in order to get back onto the lot from the main road, it's a right turn, and the right turn is up on a hill. So you turn onto a hill, basically. And that day it was raining. I was irritated. I was trying to get home. I took that turn a little loose. We didn't slide or anything, but it was faster than it was an old dude next to me. He goes, What the hell was that? What is wrong with you? Why are you driving like this? You always drive crazy." And I just like, I didn't even realize what was happening at first. I just looked over like, dude, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah.
But then, like, I didn't even say nothing. But then he kept on talking, saying shit like that. I said, look, dude, I'm the one that's fucking driving, okay? I don't know what makes you think that you have a fucking right to talk to me like that, you old bastard. Don't ever say some shit like that to me again. And then he just got up out the car.
Real shit. Don't talk shit if you ain't ready to get shit talked back.
Mm-hmm.
People be bold with their words nowadays.
People will say the most wild shit and then cry when someone actually says some shit back.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have "long live XYZ" in your bio, that shit will get brought up in an argument. Like, people's ruthless at this point.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next one I got is this is a sentiment I've seen brought up kind of a lot recently, and I don't know like particularly why. Like I've been seeing it so often, but it's everyone says it's okay to be mentally ill, except when you exhibit behaviors of being mentally unstable. And I don't really have anything to add on to this. I just wanted to see what you guys thought of that because I think everyone can agree there's like a push for like mental awareness, but there's like a stigma around like I've definitely had family be like, "Oh, why is he like holed up in his room all day or whatever like that?" Because I'm like, at the time I was like going through something and stuff like that, and you can like say that about like worst cases, I guess, like people that deal with like schizophrenia or something like that. Like I know I've had someone like, or I've like, I haven't like known them, but they kind of like talked to me about it a little bit, where they're like, oh yeah, when I'm like dealing with it, it's hard to like get help since people aren't like patient enough to like deal with me, stuff like that. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to see what you guys thought about that.
I think there's definitely like what you said is definitely basically like everyone wants mental awareness to be a bigger thing, but there's also a large element of performative activism going on there as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
everyone wants to be like ADHD awareness, but when I got 409 tabs open on my computer, I'm the problem. You know.
You are the problem, bro.
Look at this. Look, see, oppressing. But like,
I got ADHD too, bro.
yeah, it's a spectrum, bro. Mm.
Okay, and like I said before, I'm a part of the group I still hate.
Mm. But yeah, like everyone wants to respect mental illness until someone stinks because they haven't been able to get up out of their bed in a couple weeks because of their clinical depression. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Once it actually starts showing up in ways that they don't like, then it becomes a different issue somehow. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of I agree that that definitely is a thing because people will tolerate it to some extent, but then not realize the full extent of what that means. You know, especially with like people with like OCD and actual intrusive thoughts,
Yeah.
where they someone hands them a baby and they're like, their brain goes, oh, I'm gonna slam this against the wall and like take this back. you know,
Yeah, it's like not something they would ever want to
or
do or would ever
verbalize
actually
ever.
do,
Yeah,
but yeah.
and it's not them because their thoughts don't make the person, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still disturbing and it's a rough thing to go through. I definitely have some version of that, and it's frustrating. But people don't like hearing that necessarily. Intrusive thought. I just got my hair dyed.
Yeah, I think, especially with intrusive thoughts, although it is most commonly found in people with OCD, 100% it can be found in a multitude of other mental illnesses, and this is kind of branching away from the question a little bit, but depression. I think depression, more than anything else, has the most outstanding intrusive thoughts, and at the end of the day, there's one thought that is on a lot of depressed people's minds that they may never uh, enact
Mm-hmm.
upon, but it's there. It might be daily. It might once an hour. Someone's thinking, oh, whatever. Uh, but I guess to get back to the question a little bit, um, I think 100% agree. It's partially the social stigma and the performative activism, especially with most people's lack of understanding of mental illness and their unwillingness to legitimately learn about it. And then also there's just the factor of the monetization of mental illness.
Where that
Therapists
where
cost
that
money.
better help
Psychiatrists cost
sponsorship,
money.
baby.
The medication that some people desperately need costs money. Not everyone can afford it. And something that I personally struggled with before I gave up was trying to find a therapist that fit around my work schedule. It's something that you wouldn't even really need to think about before, like you just wouldn't think about before, but therapists, as do other businesses, generally run a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So the average working person, more often than not, will not be able to get a therapist.
Very epic. You love to see it, even.
But it's mental illness is always just so fucking tricky because, in my personal belief, I believe that everyone has some sort of mental illness, whether or not they recognize it. I think more people, I'd say a good portion of people at the very least have some sort of depressive or anxiety disorder. Since those are the easiest to just fly under the radar as, whether it being just intense sadness or nerves. There's a weird line to draw between, the temporary versus the more permanence. And so, it's just a shitty situation with people being shitty and money costing money.
That's real shit.
Right. The next topic I have is, let me think about how to say this. Do either
homeless
of you,
people deserve to exist? I already got your
No,
answer.
fuck no. Fuck no.
do either of you like I can't even pronounce the word particularly, and I've said that shit like 8 times in this past like hour.
It
Holy shit.
happens. Words are
But
hard.
do either of you like specifically like try to be interested in things that like are niche, or do you guys just like not care like if it's popular or not?
That's. I'm gonna say that I don't go out of my way to find niche things. I just tend not to be swayed by popularity.
I see.
Like I'm trying to even think, like, what do you mean, like, in terms of niche things?
Like I guess I'll just like use games for like an example. Like I know because I've never played like Dark Souls or like BioShock or like a lot of the popular like um titles that like a lot of people like look back on and they're like, oh, this game was so amazing, I remember playing it growing up. And a lot of the time I'm like, I kind of don't care, since I'm like, this is definitely me just being like biased and like kind of a dickhead, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm just like, I don't give a shit that you played BioShock when you were like 10 and that you loved it. That game's like probably bad anyways. Like that's what that's definitely, I don't know shit about BioShock. I just be making that shit up in my head. But I that kind of similar vein, kind of just like it's just like something I think about, and I know I'm not like the only person that I know that tends to like try and like search for like niche things and kind of be like a dickhead about it, about like people that are into like popular things. So I was just like asking like if either of you did that, and then what do you like think about people that like try to be like an elitist like that, like towards other people?
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's being elitist.
You don't
Is
think
it?
so?
Like, I played Dark Souls as a kid, kind of type beat.
No, 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 no. I'm saying like, um, how would I explain this? Like basically saying, since Dark Souls is a popular game, right?
Yeah.
And that's like kind of a bad example since like Dark Souls is like a good game too, but like, man, what's a popular game? I'm trying to think.
2K.
Yeah, 2K. Basically being like, I don't know how to word it. Fuck. How about, okay, I have like kind of the same question but different, so it's okay. But have either of you like wanted to get into something, but since that like something had like bad connotations like attached to it, it like stopped you from like getting into that thing? Like let's say Smash, for example, like you don't want to play it since uh the connotation people that play Smash like stink. Like, has there ever been that for you?
Uh, it depends, I
Mm.
guess. I mean, for me, like, if I still really cared about Smash, I'd play it, but I
Mm.
don't. I never cared about the connotation because I know I don't fucking stink.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It doesn't matter to me because I'm not part of that like grouping.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
basically.
Yeah.
For sure.
Of course,
I
Go
think.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know me, I love the Monogatari series, and you know what they say about racists. No, I don't give a shit.
Despicable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I asked because I feel like just people I know, it's kind of the same with like the Monogatari series, but they'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to watch this like specific anime because of like the fan base." And then I see that kind of a lot with like games and stuff too.
The thing
So
is, you
yeah.
don't have to interact with the fan base to like
Mm.
any piece of
Yep.
game or movie or whatever. The
Hmm.
only thing when you have to, if it's like esports or whatever, it's like okay, maybe you don't want to play Melty Blood.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not.
Yeah.
It's more of your tolerance, and if the community is truly like that as well, like as a
Hmm.
whole, you know.
Hmm.
Um,
For sure.
yeah. So for me, it's like I'll watch Bridgerton. Oh, is demographics 90% women? It's about hot British people making out.
Mm.
I don't give a shit. I like it. I'll watch that shit. I'll
Hmm.
tell people I'll watch that shit too. I don't care. I like what I
Mm-hmm.
like.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm not gonna let other people ruin my enjoyment of shit.
I see.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of something I struggle with, kind of. Where like I don't know if I hear bad things about like something, then I'll definitely be hesitant to like get into it at first.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's for me, it's definitely like one thing if it's a non-media thing, I might be more hesitant to do it. Like if I heard like negative shit about like a festival or
Oh, you? What
whatever,
do you mean you don't want to
something
go to
like
Fire
that.
Festival?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna go to Fire Festival, but like when it comes to a lot of shit, I'm very much an impulsive kind of person. If I want to do it, I'll do
Mm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. When it comes to community based things, Tamarrow and I have talked about this in great length. We hate pretty much everyone in the anime community. They're all fucking disgusting weirdos. That being said, we are still technically a part
Mm.
of it. Um, we enjoy anime and manga and shit like that. Same as everyone else in the community, but you just don't have to interact with other people.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that was pretty
Exactly.
much. the last question I had.
Do you want to be part of the Aquapaza community?
Who is playing that game?
Nah, there's
Who is fucking playing that game, son?
people still play that game on the West Coast. Would I play with them?
The
Probably
West
not.
Coast people aren't even real. We all know this.
West Coast is just want to be East Coast. Let's talk.
You spitting. You spitting. This is fucking stupid. Oh, man. I've been trying to get back into Ghost of Tsushima.
I seen.
It's just so much game. You really gotta play that game. I'll log on the Snap and it'll be like one day until your season's past goal starts. It's like, damn. Guess I shouldn't play it, I guess. Then be bored. I really just be waiting for Marvel Snap to update, basically. I cannot help myself.
I know. Last time we had an episode, I was playing Sekiro. At the time, I was with someone that liked the game. However, I'm not anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, hit my line.
Hey! Hit my dog's line. That's my dog. That's my dog.
You know, can't fucking stand that.
White women hit his line.
Do not do that. You hit my line and I'm hitting back.
Bro.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's crazy.
Feeling like a white Chris Brown. Call my ass Chris Wheezy.
Alright, dog.
It's topical.
It truly is topical. You're so right. You're so right. I gotta finish Bomb Rush Cyberpunk so I can start installing them damn mods. God damn, them joints go.
Sonic maps.
I do. I kind of do.
I know.
When you speaking of, when that Sonic Shadow Generations, you best believe I'm gonna be playing it. Comes out same day.
That's just gonna
comes
be
out same day as Sparking Zero. I'm gonna be eating good, and my wallet gonna be begging for mercy.
We're gonna take out a mortgage just to play some games.
As I should. When I get rich, there will be signs. I will be door dashing Five Guys.
Rich, bro.
That's rich.
that's poor man.
Nah, that's real rich right there. That's real rich.
That's like upper middle.
Real rich people order shit from places nobody likes. They'd be like, "Yeah, I just ordered from Qdoba." Okay. Yeah, I got something from Noodle and Company.
Real rich is ordering your whole like work team fucking mission bar.
Oh yeah. There you go. There you fucking go.
Just so fuck shit.
50 orders from Mission Barbecue. All right. Big dog. Oh man, I'm so glad to see that Cyclops propaganda is working once again. Now that X-Men 97 has come out and people like him. That's crazy shit. I don't think X-Men 97 was even out in the last episode. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't think so though. Good ass show, go watch it. X-Men are back, baby.
I mean, you know me, I don't know shit about Marvel, but I always fuck with Cyclops. Like, it's just a hard ass character.
My dog Nightcrawler gets some good ass scenes, and that's all you need to know. That's my favorite superhero right there. Stop playing with me.
I remember fucking with him.
Put him in MVC4.
On that one Marvel game where you get to like swap between the characters, like as like a beat 'em
Ultimate
up.
Alliance.
Yeah, I had that game. I played the fuck out of
Yes,
that game.
sir. Yes, sir. You already know what the fuck going on. So yeah, go watch that shit.
I believe we've been going on for quite some time now.
Quite some time, record breaking even possibly. Damn.
So I think it's a good point to wrap things up. As always, we appreciate the brappers, brappies, brap stars, and brappers.
As always.
Love y'all. Even when we are very much less consistent on posting, we still get views, we still get subscribers. We're at like fucking like 300 something on YouTube at this point. Like 340.
Golly.
Which is, fucking insane. We have still steadily been getting downloads. I checked, was it last week? I think we had like 100 downloads in a week.
Okay.
Some crazy number like that, and it's, I talked to my mom about it since I talked to my mom about the podcast and everything. It's fucking, it's mind-boggling to be honest. We say this like every episode, but we started this shit just so we could like talk about what we like, and it's crazy to have people like listening to our shit like that.
Yeah, for real. So shout outs to y'all. And shout outs to Psych for joining us on this special episode.
Fuck Psych.
Fuck Psych. Been dissing me since I got here.
Psych. Yeah. Fuck Psych. Fuck Psych.
Stop playing.
Go check out Residential Kibble Band's SoundCloud.
Be in the description.
Absolutely. YRP.
Check us.
She asked me what guild you reppin'. Bitch, I'm reppin' YRP.
In the hospital, these bitches is crazy. You think I'm Two-Face, but these bitches is crazy.
But these bitches are crazy.
It don't get realer than that. It don't get realer.
People are shit. It is hot.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time to say goodbye, everyone.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. All right, y'all. See ya.
All right. Bye.
Peace.